Finally, I have everything that I need. Thanks to that mad poet, I have the Necronomicon and a destination, finally, to locate the forgotten city of Neruzavin. This journey will be a long one, surely across land and seas both. But after all the effort that has been put forth, after everything I have attempted over the last few years, this is the victory lap. I will be denied no longer. The black stars beckon, and I will find them. I am Count Hasserton Lowls IV, and when I am done here, no academics throughout the inner seas will forget this name. Somewhere, deep within these sands, I will build history.
Surrounded by royalty, gaudy clothing, and nonsense far away from home. What are we even doing here? Aside from killing some ettercaps in a minute.
You had arrived at the Viscount's Noble Gala in the Dreamlands city of Celify, a massive and opulent ballroom stretching before you in all directions.
My pants have some of that too.
You could fit a quarter of Thrushmoor in a single building, easily. But hanging above you, uncomfortably low, ominously obscuring the ceiling of this once grand venue, is a mat of spiderweb. Feet thick. The two of you have had some experience with firsthand. So dense, light does not penetrate all the way up through its reaches, and you know the creatures lurk within. No simple spiders. Is he ballroom dance? Pretty good. I like it.
That's the ettercap.
Quick, Kevin, do a spin. Yes.
Pirouetting.
Oh, there he
Only
that
bumped
was
his
good.
mic 3 times.
Hey, only 3. That's pretty good for a full pirouette.
I imagine a vampire would dance in a rather creepy manner.
Oh, wait, no, because they don't want
This has
you
to
to
be-
know they're vampires.
Ah, everybody knows out here. We're drinking blood cocktails.
That's
We're
a
not-
dream vampire.
dream vampire.
You have met a variety of strange folk here from this vampiress. One of the 3 contacts the Viscount himself had tasked you with accepting a polite declination of his evening's sunset waltz. His primary goals seem to be not causing a fuss, keeping things in order, and one of the 3 contacts with who you're supposed to meet, a peasant woman named Maudette, was last seen whisked away, as several others have been during your time here, into the upper reaches of the ballroom, into the obscured rafters where the chandeliers descend from the darkness into the mess. And as we left off last week, the 5 of you had made your way over towards a ladder at the edge of the hall, near one of the dining tables that's being given a fairly wide berth by the partygoers. A ladder that leads up into this abyss. What are you all doing as you prepare to ascend? Pantomiming going up the ladder rhythmically,
It's got a good
very
beat.
slowly.
It's kind of addicting once you really get going. Like, just give it a shot. Go on. I kind of feel nice to hit that so
I'm
strong.
kind of dig it. I'm kind of dig it.
You can't get into it.
Consistent
It looks really nice, but I
Wake
feel like
up.
I've waited too
Yeah.
long. and
Go
I'm
get
like,
in here,
oh.
Marcus.
Ah, it's
Come
never
on,
too
yeah.
late, Marcus.
So we're just going to wake up.
We're just gonna wake up and leave.
It's just-
A very wide ladder for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
But
So
your dream ladder can be whatever you want.
I'm I'm thinking that
Horror campaign. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
By the way, reminder, we're ascending into a spider's nest
Yeah.
so thick we literally can't see into it.
Uh,
Give
rules.
the alchemist fire back to easy. Oh,
Good
I still
call.
What are you all doing as you head towards this ladder to see what has become of this Mondet?
I don't have free hands because I got to climb a ladder. So I'm just going to be ready to interpose the shield.
I don't need a free hand to think about it really hard.
Calling knowledge, fair enough.
If we look up, I guess I'm gonna be just like scouting. But if we look up the ladder, can we even see anything like where it's going into this darkness?
Above you here at the northern end of the ballroom, the mats of webbing are thick. This pseudo roof is almost skewed down towards the Viscount stage at the far end, where it hangs swollen at its lowest point, arcing down to barely a dozen feet above the top of the Viscount's throne. But up here, you can see that the ladder leads to where the light and the thickness of the webs just barely allows you to see the outline of wide rafters running across. Still no sight of the ceiling of this grandiose chamber near the top of the ladder, some 40 feet above.
I suppose I'll be taking the lead.
Well, we have a.
I'm more than
you
comfortable
were,
with
You were
that.
scouting, looking ready for
Yeah.
something.
I'm
You too.
looking. I'm seeking. I'm keeping an eye out for anything obviously dangerous.
Desperately trying to peer into the webs here.
Yeah, I'm looking for a beautiful commoner by the name of Mondet.
Hey, you get to take exploration activities.
I know,
That's
I'm
cool.
not,
Oh.
I'm
This is
drained, but I'm
huge
not
for
fatigued.
You're just a little dizzy. It's fine. That's how it happens
Yeah, I
sometimes.
just need some like nutter butter and like maybe.
So, Trey takes the lead as the group of you ascend up the ladder. There is no athletics check necessary for this. It is a ladder. It's designed to be climbed. The rafters you can see overhead, as I said, are some 40 feet up. Quite a considerable distance. Those of you less physically inclined, perhaps, would
Why are you looking over here, man?
definitely start to feel a little bit of the fatigue and more exertion than you are used to as you ascend up towards the upper reaches of this ballroom. The rafters are massive. Several, you can see on the map here, several of these chandeliers that are hanging down, how truly large they are. 20, 30 feet across, being supported by massive, thick sets of gilded chains heading up into the webbing, and the rafters big enough to support not just the roof of this extravagant building, but these constructions as well. There is plenty enough room for you to climb up on top and have some degree of room to move about, though it is a little bit unsettling to move past each other. The rafters themselves about 6 feet wide as they extend further into the darkness. And again, the darkness caused by the thickness of these webs here, the dark vision does not particularly help you. It blocks your vision the same as it blocks the light. There are several places where the rafters extend into large connective points near 12 feet across, so there's room for you to safely maneuver. As you first arrive up here, you can barely make out a figure in the distance. Down the rafters, it looks like they are just sat on the floor some 40, 50 feet away, about halfway, almost towards the center of the ballroom. Want to make me some perception checks, my two sisters?
I would like to also just quickly cast light on my bow.
Fair enough. That will certainly be appreciated, but again, can only pierce through the veil of these webs as far as it can.
Yeah, it makes me feel better
What are you
though.
rolling?
Why are you rolling?
I don't know. It was really good though.
I like rolling
Do you need
dice.
something right now?
So what'd you get?
I got 17 on the die.
Okay, it's a very kind of like warm and comforting color.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was worth it.
I rolled a 10 on the die for a 25 total.
25.
11 on the die for a 25 total.
Man, I wish I was.
High five. Both of you can make out that this figure down the rafters looks looks like a person. It certainly isn't a spider, but you can only really make out the shape. They appear to be sat or kneeling on the floor, kind of hunched over. You can't tell much more about them.
Trey, when you got pulled up here earlier, what exactly did you fight?
They were about, 8 feet tall?
They were fairly large.
Yeah.
They would be, even at this distance, probably distinguishable from a regular person. Although, I mean, there are some people get pretty tall in this world, but they were fairly large.
Roughly humanoid covered in webs. Multiple eyes, purplish. Humanoid taller than us.
Way
not
taller
whatever that
than
is.
us.
Yeah, not whatever that is.
Like the
over there.
biggest thing you can imagine, actually.
I think you can imagine. I'm going to take this moment to focus on my scimitar gauntlet and form it as it shifts a long-handled shaft with about a third of the length being a curved blade into a panibus.
Look at this fancy man with his funny words.
I have a sheet.
Oh.
I found pictures to try
he's
to
got
remember
some
what the
little reference
weapons.
art. Oh,
Yeah.
that's some like Nick level preparation right
Wow.
there.
There's some weird words on here. So
Okay,
yeah.
so what's a panifus do?
It is a sword, it's forceful, two-handed D10, versatile, piercing. So
That seems like a pretty good sword.
yeah,
Okay.
good sword, good for cutting.
Think of a naginata, but shorter.
Yeah, it's kind of what it
It's
sounded
about
like.
like-
It's like
like,
half
uh,
shaft, half blade.
What
Yeah,
that
it's
is? Think of a what?
Naginata, like
Well,
a
think
like
of
a
a
hook
falchion.
glaive.
You know, like,
Like,
a plumbus or a...
like
No, like a
Columbus?
falchion, but
Brother,
with a
you
longer
know what you're
handle.
doing. What-
Like a
It's a
long-handled,
glaive.
yeah, like a long-handled falchion.
A halberd
or-
with a half shaft.
If you took like a pike shaft and put a shotel on the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah, there.
Shoulder?
That's actually that's
I
actually the
can't do this.
picture I referenced.
I can't.
Okay, so it's a machete on a long stick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know that one. I know machete.
Look, it's a machete on a
you go.
long stick.
Okay.
Your Cadus.
It's intended for hacking and chopping, and it also has a tip so you can pierce.
If pointy, it's slash, that's fine.
It make him bleed.
It's got reach and it's got sharp.
It's none of my
it's
concern
like a
as
great
long as you're in
axe
the
if
front.
You longed out the blade and shortened up the haft.
God. Anyway,
I'm
gonna cry.
change, and I'm gonna change my exploration action to raise a shield.
okay. So
'Cause
you're
I
holding
have-
this one hand.
I held it as one hand with the shield, and I'm gonna get in front and walk forward.
Do we see any creatures around us, or even any like movement in the webs?
You're up here still in the lowish reaches of the webs. You can still see the ballroom floor below and the many partygoers doing their best to ignore whatever the group of you were doing, ascending up the ladder into the rafters. Still, even from here, there is so much thick webbing above you, you can't see the roof of the room itself. You can occasionally catch sounds emanating out from the webs around you. They sound distant and difficult to distinguish. Some sound like the simple rustling of cloth, some more clattering, almost like pottery. But you don't see anything, really. Nothing you can pick out yet as you approach. MD takes the lead here on this little platform at the top of the ladder, moving ahead of Trey. What is your general order here? Because it is a little difficult to trade places outside of these wider platforms. You got MD, you got Trey.
Probably first for MD, second for me, third for Cammy, fourth for Easy, fifth for Marius.
I
Seems
agree.
to make
Sounds
the most
so
sense.
good to me.
That's
love
what
that.
I was thinking too.
Protect the baby.
Yeah.
In order of
Send
squishing,
the baby.
Babies.
the front not squishy,
Actually,
middle
I think
very
Easy is the
squishy.
squishiest. out of the party.
There are two kinds
got-
of Pathfinder players.
Right now.
There are, I just started the game, so the caster goes in the back players, and there's, I've played this game for a while, the caster goes in the middle players.
It's a party Oreo, so you got
Yes.
the squishy and the
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
You can hold your own for a round until I can get back there. You can't.
And I can also reach.
Yeah, he also has a bow. So like, why does he need to be at the
My
front?
heart wants to protest, but I know it is true.
Last time we got pulled
I know
up
what
here,
I am.
if I hadn't been pulled up here with you, you'd be dead right
I didn't like it.
You make your way towards this figure, punched over at the third of these connecting points, these wider sections of the rafter. And as you get closer, you can see that it is the figure of what appears to be a woman. Long, matted hair, tangled up with thick strands of webs that extend and wrap down around much of her body, holding her arms wrapped around herself as she is stuck, hunched over in this position. You can't immediately tell if she's conscious or even alive.
Is she connected to other long strands, or is she kind of bound but isolated?
You're having to push your way through webs as you move across this, though the webs uncomfortably thick, but not thick enough to actually impair your walking or your movement at all. There are webs crisscrossing, matted across all of this. So yes, she is, insofar as that every surface up here is connected to this infinite nexus of webbing. There are no, like, larger strands ostensibly connecting her to anything that you can see, but as you do start to come closer, you can see that the webbing is fairly well affixed to the rafter around her, making it look like it might be difficult for her to move if she was still alive.
Is she in that next alcove in front of us?
Yes.
Then I suppose we'll just keep slowly approaching till we're close enough to see what kind of state she's in.
As you get near this next intersection, to where you can see the face of this woman, her eyes closed, her head bowed, you can see another pair of figures. One further back on the next of these connecting points, much farther away, standing tall, upright. Its arms giving away its monstrous form, as past its elbows, its forearms extending almost into large, scything, split claws.
Oh yeah, they got the big claws too.
This creature cocks its head and starts to skitter around on its platform, back and forth looking towards you, a strange, hissing, clicking sound emanating out from it.
Does anyone speak that?
Would I know?
Sounds angry.
You see another scything hand reach up from the backside of this platform in front of you, right next to the trapped woman. Another of these creatures pulls itself up onto the landing with her.
I guess, can I make a society check, try and recognize if that's language?
It would be, you don't need to check, it's obvious that it's some kind of communication.
Communication and language are not the same thing.
That's fair. You're recalling knowledge.
Yeah.
Make me a, I guess, yes, society check would be the logical one here.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's not hard to identify if they're talking a language.
All right. Prey hunted.
There's
probably- yeah.
6 on the die. That's 10.
It's definitely, the bar between language and communication, you are on edge enough, and
Yeah.
these are certainly the creatures that had pulled you up into the webbing before. You're a little rattled at the moment. What you do notice is that they don't seem to be chittering to each other. They're chittering out into the web.
It's like bats. You know.
And at that,
Oh. No, no.
Mario
bats today.
Scouting would be the first to notice a huge shape emerging from the webs above you to your left. Everybody roll me some initiatives.
It's a web. They're spiders.
And as you roll, easy, it's time for Alchemist Fire! Nebula 315 with a hero
I got the
point.
one that yours looks like.
Yeah, I got.
I got the one that yours looks like.
We're grazing
We're doing
blood.
great.
I took the bullet for you.
Easy.
I thought I was done for.
You should just start on
Forgetting you
this
got
side.
him on your head.
Let's get the
His
low
lap
numbers.
is almost done.
Where
What do
will
you got,
he
Marius?
go
You two
next?
seem really happy about your rolls.
Yeah, I got a 1
Sick.
for a total of, with the scouting, it's a 19.
He's less at 18 to his initiative.
Oh my god.
I got a 7. with the scouting, that's a total of a math number 23.
That is a math number. Good
That's
job.
keep it Trey.
And because you went
hello?
That's Trey.
Hello.
Wow.
You'll confer.
Hello.
No, wait, I do need Trey though.
Well, you'll be happy to know that with a 3 on the die, I got an 18.
Whoa! All right.
We are
Solid.
ready.
Cammy.
I got 15 on the die. That's a 30.
Cammy doesn't want to do this. Easy.
I also got a 7. Plus the 1 and all that, 22.
Oh, you're right. You've got a real dense little nugget of initiative right here. At 30.
We are not ready.
Cammy,
I'm ready.
terrified.
I'm always ready.
You've seen
I don't
this
know
before.
what I hate. Why do I do this?
You did this to you.
First,
Do you have fireball?
here,
I know.
Oh man,
Is that on your list?
No, it's not.
I doubt it is.
but I
web
have
is
kind of
flammable.
fireball.
Oh, Serenade.
The creatures on the rafter with you got a 35.
That's rude.
And the thing
Maybe just
lurking off to the side.
wants to trade bake recipes.
Got a 6.
If it gets a 60, I'm
If it's
waking
a
up.
60, if it's a 60, what's that will check again? I gotta go.
I'm not gonna go point that. It
I left my
also
oven
got an
home.
18. I also
Really?
had a really low roll in there.
It is just a really big spider.
The GM can roll bad too, believe it or not. But you would see a huge creature in the webs
Big ol'
emerging
spider.
some 15 feet away off to your left on the rafters. An absolutely gargantuan spider, the size of a barn, coming out. On the rafters, these two little creatures, as their assistants approaches, decide to take action. First, the one in the back is going to fling a thick line of silken rope, glistening in the light from Cammy's magic, with whatever coating has been applied to this, and it's going to shoot out towards MD, simply for the sin of being in the front.
Such a sinner.
It's going to be a 40 even to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
And as that hits, the same strands you have seen occasionally looping down from the webbing up here is going to lash out from that distance, strike MD, and rip him down the ramparts to this
Whoa.
further platform.
Whoa!
Jokes
I mean,
on
As
him.
you see him get
Whoa!
lassoed across into the distance. You are enfeebled 1.
You got Batman grapple hooked.
Whoa!
Very, very similar, yes. And that is its turn. The
3
other one
actions, yoink.
on the bottom was 1 throw, 2 yoink that far with the distance that he was. But the other one here on the ground is going to move in a very unsettling fashion. Its body is mostly humanoid. Its arms, scything talons, look like they're useless for locomotion, but a mix between a stagger and a skitter. This thing clambers almost sideways along the edge of the rafter up towards Trey. And as it approaches, its mandibles distending to bear a mouth of black fangs as it just bites outward towards you. Now it is a little bigger than you, but you have been you've had much larger creatures attempt to eat you in recent memory.
You know what? The last one that tried to bite me just kind of nibbled on plate.
That's true. It was not very effective when it tried before. This one's going to do a little bit better with a 37 to hit.
Not a crit.
Nah.
Because I have the shield
Because
raised,
your
it's
exploit activity is
one-off.
keeping the shield up. 37 is a regular hit. Cammy, how's that make you feel?
That, to be fair, that was a crit if the shield wasn't raised.
And before I roll the damage at a hero point, remember, small creatures are not spider food. Cammy, please make use of this information.
Oh yay!
From Hypervol.
Thank
Take
you.
that. A
Thank
regular
you.
hit.
Oh, healing prayer.
You're gonna need that.
Yes.
For a 28 points of piercing damage.
Not too bad.
And then it is going to simply attempt to bite again.
Chomp.
It's a simple creature. Doesn't have a ton going
simple
on right now.
You are aiming
Simple
for
goals
a
in
28.
life.
26 is not going to
That
do
will
it
miss.
on the second swing. And that will bring us around to Cammy. As you...
I think I've already developed an opinion about them, but I do want to know more.
well, first of all, as you look and you see this figure that Marius quickly points out emerging from the webs here, you would see it is certainly not alone. As a second one is also emerging nearby it from the same direction, the same section of webs.
No.
Beyond that, you would hear even more in the distance descending in all directions. Each of them. Are we going with the horse comparison again?
Yeah, no, how many MDs?
How many?
How many? What was it?
Well, no. To be fair, spiders are mostly legs. How big is the body?
Oh no.
How many?
The body,
how many
if
camis
you
is the body?
count the legs, I mean, the legs are why it has reach.
Yes.
Because its body is about the size of a, I don't know, of a horse.
Okay, so we're talking 8-legged freaks jumping spiders that bigger than cars.
They are huge.
8-legged horses.
And there are at
8-legged
least
horses.
4 of them emerging from the webs.
Whoa.
Guys, I
All
think
bearing down towards this raft.
I think we may just want to try to get the woman and run.
Yeah.
Now, with your,
We could
do you
choose
want to
those.
use your knowledge on
Yeah.
the spiders or the figures on the rafters? Because you get 1 knowledge check for free.
We know those are ettercaps. We were told that.
That's
spiders. They're
Spiders?
bigger.
What's your nature?
13. Not so bad.
Those are actually just spiders. Just dream spiders.
Wait, so they have 8 legs though?
They do have 8 legs, yes.
Okay.
They are not 7-legged monstrosities or odd numbers. They do have
They're
8 legs.
8-legged.
They're not ling spiders. They're dream.
You
I'm
would-
afraid of odd numbers.
So-
Dream spider.
Terp's not wrong, though they are swollen and massively overgrown. They are just spiders. You figure you have fought amalgamations from the nightmare dimension. You have faced far worse things, though they look terrifying. The spiders are not that big of a threat, you don't think. Not compared to the ettercaps or even on their own.
They're spoders.
One of the
Somehow
things
I
you can
feel
get,
like I've rolled
one of
low.
the things you can get, you might be a critical failure.
I don't really trust the giant 4 giant things.
One
are
of
not
the things you can get, whether or not that is a critical failure or true information, one of the things you will get with a knowledge check is you can also kind of gauge the power level of
Yeah.
an enemy. And that's like, I can give you that as the rule is you learn like one thing
Right.
about the monster with a success, and that one thing can be approximately its power. And that's your one thing is like they look a lot more terrifying than they are. They're just really big spiders. That's horrifying, but you have faced nightmares from beyond the stars. That's just a big spider.
Somehow I'm not as worried about that.
And I have a villain point
I've had
for
this
hashtag Team Spider.
Oh
From
man.
conversation. I think
Hermagistus.
we've had this conversation before. Like, the bigger the spider, the less scared of it I am.
I feel like that applies to a lot of bugs in general,
Okay.
honestly.
I don't know.
agree,
Like,
I
cockroach or
agree.
palmetto bugs terrify me.
I do. Oh yeah, I do hate every form of thing that looks like a cockroach. That's my exception. I don't know
Woodroaches
why.
are fine.
I don't know why cockroaches terrify me. They don't do anything. Like,
They're just big.
Well, it's because the stigma behind them is they're disgusting and bacteria
what has
ridden.
to do with that? I just think it's a
you see when
primal
you jump.
fear. Like,
The biggest problem to me is that they're fast.
they are very fast. Yes.
And some can fly.
That's why I like wood roaches. They're
All right.
big and they're harmless.
All right, Cammy.
I threw
Okay,
a roach
well,
out of the studio.
As
Hope you're all happy.
I cower from my comfortable seat, not in the front, and I
You're in the
shakily.
middle, but these are coming in from the flanks. They can. These
I
are
thought
their
that
webs.
they weren't an issue. Which is it?
They're still really big spiders.
And there's
Okay.
a lot of them.
I don't know what to do. They're everywhere. I shakily grab onto Trey's coattails and bury my face in the back of his coat. This is Stoke the Heart.
Yay.
I'm gonna give you another one for Trey for being a cool and helpful dude. Go use this to cause trouble
Oh,
from
good.
Handsome Ganker.
I will
You're
cause
stoked
chaos.
and you get a hero point.
Oh, good. It can be your problem.
And I have Surge of Speed. Soft winds will guide us to
Be
victory.
fast.
Nice. Best.
Well, as I as I bury my face into the back of Trey's coat, I just go, "Ah! I don't want to be here!" And then I'm going to lean down, and through his legs, I'm going to shoot out towards the little guy who's
Ettercap.
Yes, him. But the one who is attacking MD. if
Oh, the
I may.
far Ettercap.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna like. I'm
He's
trying
gonna have
to.
lesser cover, which will give him a +1 to his AC.
Okay, I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I'm not.
Take a stand.
It's gonna be like a. Oh, it's not cricket. I can't remember. Croquet?
Croquet.
Yes, where I'm going through all the little arches to
Oh,
shoot out
yeah.
towards him. This is Chilling Darkness. The cold ray of darkness tinged with unholy energy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack.
Just like
She's thinking. She's pondering.
It's pretty good.
On average,
I'm
I'd say
gonna-
that's on the higher end of
I
average.
got this. It's an 11 on the die, so
That
that's
is
going to be
Statistically, the higher end
27.
of average.
27 to hit.
Because it has a +1
You're serious?
from lesser cover, 27 will just miss, as you have to angle the beam past the Ettercap attacking Trey in front of you. It just
Oh.
flares across right above the far one's head.
Battle cry, because I forgot about that.
Okay, give me a battle cry. And then you have, that's all your actions. So
Okay, yeah.
MD,
The guy chewing on my ankles
fair enough.
does a 27, because I assume I can physically
You
intimidate
can
him.
physically menace him, but still no.
Gotcha.
I'm going to wait until I hear Easy crying in the distance.
Easy, it is your turn to cry in the distance.
I'm just like I'm kind of dizzy, and we're on Raptors, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff. But I do remember a song related to this. It was similar. It's there was a Miss
frog song?
there was a Miss Maudette
It's back.
who sat on the tuffet eating curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Miss Maudette away, I mean. And that's a nice little rhyme. It's gonna give everyone courage. Nice.
I feel so inspired.
I'm very
I
inspired.
am.
Knowing Easy is alive is like a beacon of hope.
Now hold on, that might not have been invented yet.
I
origin
remembered
story.
it for some
Origin!
Yeah.
That's a +1 to attack and damage rolls, and you get the plus extra to save against fear. And then I am going to, I want to actually pull up my alchemist fire, and then
So,
Drink it.
where's your Aqua's Fire?
it's in the enchanted pouch, the moderate one. I'm getting
As
the
you
big.
reach down towards your pouch, it almost feels like it jumps out of the pocket into your hand. That is going to be no actions, and you can unfold the last thing on your card.
Ooh.
He should have been a
things?
witch.
Free action.
It's a free action to retrieve things from that
pouch.
enchanted pouch.
Oh, this is built
good
for
pouch.
you, dude.
Okay.
This isn't even like
Alchemist's
a.
best friend right there.
Well, it's
Do it.
like it's a
Throw it.
specifically very Kevin item. It's nothing really to do with Easy. It's just it's very tailored. Kevin is an
So
individual.
you still have 2 actions, and it's in your hand.
Okay. And then I can't remember if this isn't like Star. I don't aim at an intersection. In
You aim at
Splash.
a person. You aim at a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
in
I'm just gonna aim at the closest spider to me. Like
All right, fair enough. You got one to the
Southwest.
south that's like 20 feet out. You can get a good throw at that.
just chuck.
Good shot.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I forget what. No.
Every time
No,
that
no,
you
no, no.
use a grenade.
I can't have this blow up in
But
my
a 1
face.
that looks like a 1. That sure looks like a 1.
Name one time that
Okay.
in 2 different shows.
It's like bomb though.
Okay.
It is
Thank
like
you,
Bombo.
Link. I'm gonna shake it off. I'm gonna
Shake the bottle.
I know. I grabbed it upside down.
Like a glow stick first.
I forgot to activate.
Gotta-
you gotta pull the pin.
Oh, okay. It's not that. It's not a 1 though. What do I add to the?
Not higher than a 5.
What is it? It's a ranged attack roll, right?
But what is the number?
It's a 4.
Oh, that's sick. You quadrupled it.
Yeah.
Do you have a?
400%
It's a
increase.
ranged attack roll, yeah. So it's
God
gonna be
love
your
it.
like
4 dex.
your 4 decks. Yep, and then you are, I assume, probably trained in this because it's gonna be a I'm just saying trained in it.
Yeah.
So 2 plus your 8 is 10 plus your dex is 4, so 14.
14.
And then what grade of bomb is this?
It's a moderate, so it adds +3.
So-
plus 17.
17. 'Cause
Okay.
This is a high class bomb.
And I'm throwing it unwell.
17
Plus
to
1.
hit the
Sorry,
spider.
And then 1 from your courage.
Yes.
1 from your
So
courage.
a 22.
22. What happened?
It's just
Do we
a
got
big
anything
spider.
else we could add to that? Or
22.
You said these are like weaker ones.
They are.
it's faded. dude.
22.
What if you just say it
That's
works?
a big.
You are in control.
You throw this bomb out, and you see it sail through the webs and kind of waver as if it was a strong wind as it pushes through the dense mat of webbing still in the intervening 20 feet to this spider. It loses much of its momentum, almost coming to a stop before the spider, which just throwing a leg forward to walk kicks the side of it and blasts it. It's going to take the splash damage, but it's going to be a regular fail.
4 splash.
Okay.
4 splash.
And a
Now
lot
it's
of
gonna
web
mess up the
burning.
webs, though.
Yeah,
it's
it
gonna-
is
At least.
going to burst and start to burn through these webs. And you are going to notice embers burning free and dropping down from the webbing.
Oh no.
Just
We didn't think about the
descending
consequences.
the
Oh, no, he
floor
absolutely
below
did.
as some flaming wads of thick, wet cinder drift down through the air as this fire starts to burn a little bit in front of the spider here.
It looks beautiful.
So you have 1 action left.
1 action, and I'm gonna look
Do it again.
at the closest ender. Well, I think there's only 1 of each of these things, because there's no like _2 or whatever on this card. I'm gonna just look at the ender cap that's next to Trey, and I'm gonna be like, that was a warning shot. And that's a Von Mo.
Just put them both in one turn.
Yeah, I can't.
Get it all out of your
failing.
Give me your
system.
Bon Mot. Let's see.
Von Knot.
Dude,
Oh my
how is that
God.
even
That's a Bon Mot, baby.
More like Bon Not.
Wait, did you bond mow the eder cap or the
My
spider?
eder cap.
The ender cap, because
Okay.
we can do it.
Because I was going to say that
We
makes
can
sense
strike
on the
him from
spider.
there.
You're talking to a spider.
What do you got?
It's a 2 plus.
Von Knot.
But I have good performance. It's
holding Greenie on his head.
20.
It's inevitable.
It's
It cannot be stopped.
but they have bad will DC.
That is 1 off of the critical
Oh,
failure.
Yes!
He gets away with it. He gets
Oh, my
away
gosh.
with it. And a hero point from Nebula 315. Easy, here you go. Burn it all. Yeah.
It's your time.
He's being rewarded for his crimes. I think every single roll has been by 1 or 1 off so far in this fight.
That's great.
We're like really good at
MD, you guys are
Pathfinder.
great at that.
I'm happy now. I'm just gonna go ahead and my first action is overhand chop with this Panibus onto
You got a
the
fella here. Now you are still grabbed by this this web that is kind of lashed and stuck around you. It's just adhered to you. You're not really tangled up in it, so you can still move freely. You just are grabbed.
I'm just grabbed. 24 total.
24 as you take a swing at this thing. It is a surprisingly quick little bugger, but it doesn't dodge out of the way. You just bring a big chop, and it brings up one of its big scything claws to block it entirely. Your blade just glancing against the chitin of this claw as it deflects it. They are surprisingly strong.
Even though I'm grabbed, I want to try to think about striking the other one by Trey.
Okay.
I want to try using the weapon special ability.
And as you think about that, for a moment, it almost looks as though MD is in 2 places at once, flashing away from this encounter to appear flanking with Trey in a big slash before returning back to this web by the first Ettercap. Give me your strike, good sir.
8 on the die.
You're rolling great today.
It's going to
real
be the
good.
same thing against this flat-footed. It's the same exact.
Which was what?
24.
24 now. 24 is.
Or no, it's less than that actually.
All right, because
Yeah.
you got the agile thing. Yeah, definitely take the big swing, but you feel yourself as you swing almost being yanked back by this sticky tendril that throws you off balance as you reappear back at your first engagement. Marius, the one fighting Trey now is your prey.
Okay. I'm probably, just because I'm behind everybody, I'm going to swap prey to the spider that's near the fire.
A little slightly burning spider.
A
Yeah,
little
that's fair.
slightly burning. And I will start with a deadly aim shot. Let's see how that goes. Probably not with a 20.
Well, he's not going to hit, no.
We've had courage, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, we have courage.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then this.
Your arrows are having similar difficulty. They fly better than a bomb, but there's so much webbing. It's like trying to fire through a hurricane as you see your arrow waver and waft, stopping entirely caught up in the
Purple
strands.
first. Ooh, okay.
That sounds better.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. That's 32. Yeah,
32 absolutely hits.
32 and also a 32.
32 absolutely hits both times, yes.
Blink, blink.
So 2 32s, blap blap, 2 arrows connecting with this big spider.
Okay, 11. We have courage.
You have courage.
Okay.
Did you have courage in those 32s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's 11, 15, and 9 for 13. So 30 or 20. Not 28.
I don't want to say any numbers, so I want to throw off your mojo
I've got a
here.
calculator,
It's like-
but I have to reach
But it's more
there.
fun to do it up here. It lets
Yeah.
you feel like you're good at things.
It makes
You
me
get
feel
to
like I'm in
use
middle
your-
school and
use your
competing
brain
on
muscle.
brain.
You're back on math counts, baby. Let's go. Call back to the pre-show. 2 arrows thudding into this thing's thorax as it approaches. Its strangely small head on the front of this massive, bulbous body. It screeches in pain, continuing to barrel forward, but seemingly surprisingly not looking like it's a terribly hardy creature. These things have exoskeletons. When they get penetrated, they get penetrated. It doesn't really take as much as you would think to bring them down. But it is still up, and the spiders descend. As they all close in along the edges of the balcony. As they move, 2 of them, the 2 coming in from the northern side, each almost curl into a ball, winding their abdomen around to point their spinnerets toward the bridge before launching with a wet squelch a wad of sticky silk towards 2 of you, which is
Those
going
goes.
to be
I'm already grabbed.
Easy
No.
and Cammy.
That's not fair. We were the first ones.
Yeah, we were the first one to touch our noses.
They are disrespecting the nose goes. No!
Oh my gosh!
They're dead.
They're so dead.
They are so dead.
It is a. I don't want to reroll these. I'll let her. I got better uses for these here in a second. It is a 24 to hit easy.
No.
No. He dodges it. And a 16 to hit Cammy.
They're just big.
You're right. Maybe these are.
They're
Like,
just big
They are
spiders.
just big spiders. They're not terribly
Oh,
precise.
man.
They just sort of launch these globules of thick silk towards the balcony, which the 2 of you, one more easily than the other, are able to avoid before they close in, each taking a single bite towards their chosen prey. One at Cammy, one at Easy.
Oh.
Cammy, it's going to be a 27 to hit,
Yeah,
and
that-
Easy, it's going to be a 21.
no.
I would have been good on a 21. Alright, yeah. You got me.
Shame.
Now, it can't get all the way in. These massive spider fangs are just slicing through the air like daggers towards you and just graze their tips across you.
Okay.
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Is it 14?
You're not
far
within 30
away.
feet.
You're too
Oh,
far
that's
away.
right. Now I'm so far from. I'm so
14 points of slashing damage.
I've counted
spoiled
at-
by getting a nice little reduction all the
And I
counted at
need
the
you to
beginning.
make me a fortitude save.
Oh,
You're good at those.
okay. Is this
As-
something I'm gonna take damage from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say yes. The spear of the roll, yes. Technically, no, but yes.
Goodbye.
You can see these sprays of poison, clear
Oh.
liquid shooting out from their fangs that rakes across them.
Well, hopefully I'm gone. I'm not, but that's okay. I'm
that's
glad
alright.
that I did that because that was a 1.
But yeah,
So,
don't roll that on this
I
next
didn't do
one.
it on that.
It's definitely better to do that there.
You said fortitude?
Fortitude. Poison is fortitude.
And that's 3 times better than a 1.
Thank
rolling
you so much.
On fire.
Thank you so much to my friend. Let's do Link. Thank you, Link. I take a second and I see the little droplets coming towards my face, and I go, oh, and I hold my breath.
Not how spider poison works, but okay.
That's a 1, so it's worse.
It's not how spider poison works.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 15 is my full
She holds her-
save.
Holds her breath as the fangs rake across her, spraying the poison into the wound.
Yeah.
And you are going to be poisoned.
Okay.
You are clumsy 1 and enfeebled 1. And you take 4 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Now, the southern end of the ramparts, one spider tries to crawl its way through the flames left behind across the web, taking 5 more points of fire damage as it tries to escape that, before the 2 of them descend to attack Easy and Marius.
Okay. All right, I get it now.
Now, each of these get a pair of bites as they have simply hurried away from the fire. 2 bites towards Easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a villain point from Ghost of Azan, who's a huge fan of villain points being spent
get a
on
rebate
Easy
on those.
specifically. There's a really good rebate if I spend the Ghost of Azan villain points on you, so I'm gonna re-roll that 3,
Flashback.
and I'm gonna turn that into a 10, which makes it a 25.
No.
Still
No.
doesn't
I'm
quite
just
do
real
it.
busy, just like
Ghost of Azan, yep, here it is. It goes right-
Oh my gosh, dude.
He's quick.
instant.
He's ready.
Have a
These
notification set
rebates
up or
are really great these days. Second one's a 13. Absolutely not hitting it the second
No.
one.
It's an instant rebate, bro.
And the 2 bites coming in towards Marius for a 25.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah.
Whoa. And a
You're-
28.
You tell him.
Yes.
That one's
I have everybody's AC written down for this exact reason. Yeah, right here.
You take
Oh,
17
I have a
points
reaction
of
that
slashing
works with all
damage from
your
their
races.
fangs and
Oh,
make you. They're big enough to do
so funny.
slashing, not piercing, by the way. That's how big the spider fangs are. And I need a fortitude save. Unless you have ghoulish immunity to poison or something.
actually.
Oh, I
Which
better
is
check the
Which
record
is not
on that one.
impossible, so like.
Undead.
Disease and poison protection. So I got a
Have
I think it
poison.
gives you a
bonus
bonus.
to 2.
There you go.
Yeah. So let's.
Love
get
his
a
chart.
The
good-
money goes right back into my pockets.
Okay. It's fortitude.
Fortitude.
That's 30.
You're fine. If it starts
34.
with a 30, you're fine.
Yeah.
These are not. We're not looking for numbers in that ballpark here. They're getting like
They're
13s
spiders.
to hit, man. Calm down.
They're
Like,
spiders.
I get to play the game.
Trey, you were
Yay.
last. We got to you. There's a lot of dudes in this fight.
Raise shield. Enter stance. Dread martial stance. What's at level DC?
24.
26.
Good.
Yay.
I got stance.
You got stance.
You all feel these
Got a
whispers, these
stance.
nudges in your mind.
I don't.
It's
This
now +2.
Camaraderie, holding you together as a unit, kind of almost linking your actions.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, it's only on the 2 of you, but you have +2 to damage.
Ooh.
Yay!
And all crits inflict fear.
Yay!
Make the spiders experience fear. Make the int 0
Stab.
spiders.
And then I'm gonna stab the other cat
All
because
right.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
I don't like him either.
He likes you.
That's not
That's
where that
in
goes.
the. Does that count?
No,
No.
put it on the camera.
Oh,
It's gotta be on the camera.
Aw.
What'd you
Oh,
roll?
It was an
18.
18. It was
Nice.
That's not a 20. What you?
That's still
That's still that's an 18.
Yeah.
Does a 35 hit?
35.
36.
Absolutely hits. 36 still absolutely hits.
Bonk, and that's dual-handed assault because it's my only attack this turn. He will take 18 points of damage, piercing.
Good slash. Good slash.
Good slap. Good slap.
Yeah. No, I have a +3.
Oh, Yeah, Stoke overrides.
And my +2 overrides your +1. But yours is much.
And you
much
have-
farther spread. Raise shield. Stance.
Oh,
strike.
stancing is an action. That's correct. So we'll come back around to the other caps here. One of which still has MD nicely wrapped up in its little web, and
You can just let me go.
nothing better to do here but to fight. It is going to attempt once more to bite through. 38 to hit on that one.
That's a crit, sir.
That's a big number, is what that one is.
07.
60 points of piercing damage. As
What?
you get whipped back from your teleport strike, pulled in by the web, and it just latches onto you, biting and scything with its little claws.
Ow.
Little.
It's fairly, yeah, I guess it's kind of the size of a forearm. They are pretty big claws, actually. It is then going to reach back and fling another strand of this sticky silk around you. You notice two things now that you're in close proximity as this is happening. One, it's not webbing. The thing the Ettercap is throwing is different. It looks similar enough. It's a sticky adhesive rope. It's a similar concept, but it's not webbing. It's a different, thicker, hardier material. You also notice it seems to just be pulling it from nowhere. Like it just brings its hand around and it shoots out from itself, out from its own arm, from some unseen orifice. It's literally Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay. Everybody was looking around like
everyone did at the same time. Yeah, I was trying really hard to not say it does this because it doesn't have fingers, but I guess that's this little scythe claw just goes meh. Like
This is named Toby.
and a point for the gnome, so she survives to see her home. Cammy
Aw,
from
thank
Vatolander.
you.
Sticky
Thank you so
Ropo.
much.
He can stop. He's gonna stick you.
Tuck and roll. Thank you.
I'll hero villain point that because I'm just maxed. I gotta spend them.
My name's not easy.
1429. That's I got one. Ghost of Azans are easy specific. This one's from Link. He hates all of you equally. It's he does give you a lot of hero points. I'll reroll that 4.
Go 4.
14. That's a little bit better.
4.
I keep looking at the wrong cards. I have 2 different monster cards here. This one. It's the one down here. It's 30 even.
It hits.
You are enfeebled 2. As another one of these sticks around you and makes it just really difficult. It's like a physical enfeebling. It's so difficult to move that you just can't get as much strength behind any of your moves. And he's going to try to bite you again. Which is absolutely not going to hit. He's got multiple attack penalty 3 years. No way he's getting there. Meanwhile, in Treyland,
Hello.
this thing pulls its arms out around, and you see a litany of these little ropey strands extend out from it. And it is going to fling them with abandon out around itself, down the line of the rafter here, towards all 4 of you.
Huh?
It is going to be, let me double check here. Natural 1 for Marius. 25 for Trey.
Miss.
40 for Cammy.
Do I have coverage of any kind?
39 for Cammy.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a
35 for Easy.
Well, well, well.
It's not a crit.
2 of those rolls were high. 2 of them were low. I'll let you figure out which was which.
Cammy's was low.
The lowest.
jeez.
The lowest.
So the 2 of
That's
you
why it
in
caught
the
her
middle,
right in the face.
We don't have
catching
room to
most
move.
of this.
Yeah.
You don't know where to go. Trey's got his shield up that catches most of
Let
this
me
in front of
around
him.
you, dude.
Like, you guys are trying not to fall off of the raptor, or the raptors, as these things fling around, stick to your sides, and start to pull you side to side, making it feel like it's difficult to stay up on this beam.
Oh.
The 2 of you are each grabbed and enfeebled 1.
You're already in view.
I'm already enfeebled.
Then you are enfeebled 2.
Oh, it does stack.
It
Okay.
stacks with the because your enfeebled 1 was from the same thing, so you are enfeebled 2. It does make you stickier and stickier.
That's
Mine is
enfeebled
from
one
the big
from
spider.
poison.
Oh, then you're enfeebled 1. No, you're good. Yeah, it doesn't stack. You're good.
That's why I have a lawyer present.
I thought it was the previous one, which you actually still would be enfeebled from the previous one having wrapped you up, but that's fine.
Huh?
You're enfeebled 1.
Okay.
And then it is going to yank. And it is going to pull Cammy and Easy to the sides, ripping them around through the air, through these webs. And it seems to almost be able to manipulate these strands as if they were part of its own body, as if they were limbs
Is that a
itself.
manipulate
It is.
action?
Absolutely give me your attack of opportunity, good
Because
sir.
I'll shut that down real fast.
I would like to wager that it says we can't move right now.
That's a 14 on the die.
That's good.
But I know that doesn't crit.
Does
Don't
it
take the gamble.
succeed?
It succeeds, but if I crit, I
Okay.
stop him throwing you off the railing.
Oh. I don't want to be part of this decision.
So
but
I'm
Gamble,
gonna
gamble, gamble.
re-roll it on the off chance that
Gamble.
I can get a crit
Go
using
for it.
Surge of Speed.
Gamble, gamble.
We know how you do. The man's a
Because
gambler.
I
Do
would
it,
like
do it.
for them not to be thrown.
He's here to gamble.
It got lowered for a 29.
29 will hit at least. So you don't lose your hit.
Just kill him. If you just kill him, that's it.
He has 18 damage on him. Calm down. He's-
You never know.
That's gonna be 17 more.
now he has
Almost double.
35 damage on him.
Now
You're making it sound like that's not a lot.
It's on a lot.
no way, me too.
Same.
That's not a lot, no. It's it is going to make some athletics checks. I don't want to be here. Cammy, this is versus your fortitude DC.
Cool.
Those single athletics checks. Versus both your fortitude DCs.
You're fine. You've done enough.
You know what? I think it'll still succeed. 26
On my fort?
fort DC.
Yeah,
Exact.
that'll just get it. That'll get me.
Yeah, that gets him too.
I have a plus 14.
That's a lot. Oh, is it the same number for me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
it's just
No.
it's a single check
Yeah.
in comparison against both of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It is going to
Expert trained.
fling the two of you off the sides
What?
into
Whee!
the webs.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's like soft and
You are-
springy.
It basically just like casting you up into the webs, and with the support of these strands, you are held aloft, grabbed in the webs themselves between these two pairs of spiders.
Why does it matter still?
Pain.
Give me a second, man. A lot of crap changed for me, okay? I had a plan exactly one turn ago.
There are like 6 increments of initiative, and there a lot of
Okay.
stuff happens.
Okay, so I am poisoned and I am grabbed.
Yes.
What can I do about that?
Do you want to not be grabbed?
You not being
Yes,
grabbed
but
means you fall 40
okay, you're right about that.
I was like,
Actually,
you can attempt to escape the grab
I
if
could
you really
go
want
back
to.
to the party.
You have a plan for that.
Huh?
Did you have a?
Yes, there is a plan for that. Airwalk.
That's true. If you had something like airwalk. If you right now you are grabbed by the web that is holding you up.
Wait, are
You
you
can
serious?
attempt to escape the grab. If you do that, you are no longer going to be grabbed by the web that's holding you 40 feet off the ballroom floor. So
Yeah, you had this. You said that last week.
Could she escape the grab and grab the web? Like, hold on.
Arrest to fall.
if it's still,
so-
it's all just adhesive. If it's still like touching you, you're stuck in it and you're grabbed.
Man, I have airwalk.
So you can either hang out, or
Ha.
you can attempt to break the grab.
It's not funny.
I think it's pretty
Check
funny.
wall grab
actually.
to cast.
Get it, hang out.
Cammy's browsing
I
the
think
web.
you could do it.
Brother, I'm scared. I'm scared.
I'm not there to get you out of the webs this time.
No.
I feel. I just took half my health in a hit.
Spider heck. Spider heck.
Ah, man.
who to fuck this up.
Whatever.
Well, because I have to make a check to get out of here, anyways, and you need to be stoked.
You have one pretty
No, I
injured
don't.
spider, and one mildly injured.
If I'm not
grab.
stoked, I take
so
a
much.
-1.
The other caps.
My stance is up.
They seem.
The spiders just have weight of numbers. Other cap hit
What are you
me
doing, Cammy?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna
Gonna
go
hold?
ahead and no, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. You know what? You brought me closer to you. So I'm gonna mess you up. I'm going to. Plus, I could go for a few more hit points.
I'm fine. I got some hit points to spare.
I've felt better in my life. And I'm going to attempt to vampiric touch. Of course, I'm gonna need to make a little flat check.
Checko.
Nope. That's
a
not gonna
2.
happen. No, it's not. It's not a 2. Thanks to my friend, Vatalander. Thank you so much. This happened a couple of minutes ago. It's
the
gone.
most recent
I needed
point
it.
that's gone out.
I thank you. That's for you. I tried to like army crawl, wrestling, swimming through the air, trying to get closer to this spider to touch it. No, I don't. That's a 3 on the die.
Oh, you hate to see
Woo.
it. You
So-
try to reach out, but with this magic welled up in your hand, you just can't get your tiny little gnome arm close enough to make contact with this thing as it perches in the web just far enough out of your reach.
That's the hard part about touch spells.
That's 2
Yeah.
actions. Well, that's
Alrighty.
not- yeah. The tiny gnome hands.
Well
it isn't
then,
good.
I will try to. This sustaining is still manipulate.
Sustaining is not manipulate. Sustaining is
think
just
about it.
concentrate.
Congratulations, dude.
Yep, that's free.
Just think really hard.
Oh
You can't
man.
give me a fortitude save though.
Am I? Okay.
At least it's not drained.
Okay, 19 on the die. Is going to bring me up to 33.
You critically failed the first one. You critically succeeded the second one. They counteract each other. So you took a real
I
bad
get to
bite.
do
It
something
burned
on my
for a
turn.
minute. You are no longer clumsy. You are still enfeebled because of the web.
Right. My other thing that's getting me enfeebled.
Easy. Similar condition.
enfeebled doesn't
Other
matter.
side.
I
No, it
am in between 2 nice spiders, trapped in web.
They look hungry.
They look hungry.
They look like they might be friendly.
They
One's
could
named
be-
Jeb.
Okay, step one is I'm gonna be like, well, I am in a webbed mire, surrounded by spiders. Wire. Trey has me feeling strong from that stance. That makes me wanna dance, and I hope to burn this place down with fire. And so and then I'm gonna hold on that last fire, and I'm gonna spend a focus point for lingering composition.
Okay.
Which I haven't done at all yet. So let's see if this works. I need to do a performance check. Ooh, probably gonna crit something. Okay, 16 plus 19 is 35.
Yeah,
That's crit succeed?
Critically succeed.
Okay.
That's 24 for your level.
So yeah, so 4 rounds.
4 rounds of inspired courage.
Now
you
you're
guys are
free to do whatever
extremely
you wanna do.
inspired.
Okay, this is good. 4 rounds.
Now he has all his
that's-
actions for fire.
Hopefully we're done by then. Okay, and then so can I make you a devil's bargain? If I accept, I'm surrounded by 2 spiders. If I accept, and they're hungry and they're coming in to eat, right? If I accept the full damage from it, can I target myself with a bomb and also hurt them too? Like, make myself the target. They're eating, and we all take the 4D
I mean,
whatever.
categorically. Oh, you all take the full damage.
Yeah, we all take it. I'll take it too.
If you link like you like
Wait, there's a
like
much
if you like
easier-
join hands, but you're like leg and leg.
There's
Just
a
like
much
Actually
easier
fail
version of
targeting
this
yourself.
where you just target your square, drop it, you all take
He
the
doesn't want the
splash.
splash.
I know.
He wants all of
I
it.
want all of us to take the full damage. Would you?
I
close
will
enough.
let you blow yourself up. They will both get a reflex save against the full damage
Okay,
at your class DC.
let's do it.
Okay.
okay.
Reflex save. 2 big spiders. Spider the first gets a 23.
So it's my reflex.
Your
Class DC.
class DC.
Oh.
Should be the same as your spell DC probably.
26.
So the first one fails, it'll take full damage. Second one gets a 30, which will regularly succeed, so it'll take half.
Okay, so 1 takes full, 1 takes half. And
Yep.
Do I roll
And
against my
you
own?
take all of it.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I can't.
Blowing it up on
that
yourself.
was
You
the
just
part
make
that
it
you
pop.
offered up
That
about
was
the
the
deal.
part. Okay. So I
Shotgun
pull it out.
stuff.
and
That
it's-
one was your
Crush it on
idea.
your forehead like
He
a
cracked
can.
it open. Yeah. I just
open a hot
smashed
one
it in
for
my
the boys.
hand
Like an egg.
like an egg.
What,
Plastic.
what kind of a bomb is this?
I thought it was gonna be another alchemist fire, but it's just what I randomly pulled from my pouch. But it's the mud bomb. So 46.
Just a huge burst of magical mud just explodes out
what
of
do you need?
Easy.
Imagine
Coating all of them.
prepping yourself for a burning sensation and then that happens.
Slap with a wave of mud.
I would be unhappy.
I see that.
Okay.
Okay. He's really
From
really
the other
scared.
side, it's like, it's his blood! They popped him!
Izzy's gonna need new pants.
I think 12 plus 3 is 15 damage. So I take 15.
You take 15, one
Good job.
takes 15.
Does it do
one
anything
takes
else?
7.
Or is it just the
It
damage?
takes 4 splash, and then on a crit, it dazzles. But
Oh, right, and you both also take the splash. You all take the splash damage.
Oh, sure. So I take 19 damage. Am I somehow free from the web?
You're covered in mud, if anything.
I am more stuck.
You are trying to worm your way out of this, and you look
Imagine being the people
from a
below
Shane.
us.
A figure in yellow watches in the shadows, seeing things are not going well. They extend their arms, and a wave of light flows out, bathing the party in yellow with a whoa. The mud stuck in the web here cakes around you. You are no longer grabbed, you are restrained.
I hated it.
That doesn't stop a bard.
Cammy, as these two spiders surround you and you feel the magic fizzle, they reach out with their little limbs, just kind of rolling and tumbling you around, wrapping you up in these strands. You two are restrained.
Okay.
And then I have one more action, I think.
Time
You
to
do.
go to bed.
You're restrained.
I just want to. No, I can't pull anything out.
You can't pull anything out right now. You can't do any physical action at all other than try to break out of it.
Wait, can I?
There
Oh
it
no,
is.
the woe is that it was not mud. It wasn't mud.
No. Wait. Okay, so can I, it's a little late. Can I grudgingly compliment the person who put me in this web and be like, "That was a good trick."
The spider? Oh, the ender
cap.
cap on the bridge.
Yes.
You can reach out. You say something towards him. He does not seem to understand you. He doesn't speak Taldan. MD.
Imagine the people in the ballroom below us, just mud falling.
Just
mud and fire.
Fire dripping down, and then just mud. It's just an unknown source of weird wet mud just dripping from up.
The mud puts out on puts out all the others.
Dripping like 20 feet from each other.
So grudging was a reaction. Instead, I'm just gonna
Oh.
pull out. I can't pull out.
You can't pull anything out.
I'm just gonna mow him too. I'm gonna be like, I'm serious this time.
He still can't understand you.
No.
It also
Stop.
requires a common language.
I am like in baby jail over here.
You're
You're
baby
in baby
Jill!
jail!
You're? I got hit once. I got hit once for half my health.
Bit you pretty good.
You got me really good.
Also-
MD
What
has
about
like
when you
a
got hit for
visible,
2/3 your health?
a visible chunk missing from his arm where he kind of took the bite. He's gonna bring his shield around. I'm going to twin feign, so I'm gonna attack with the shield and then attack with the Panabis. They give the Panabis, make him flat-footed against the Panabis attack.
Okay.
So shield first, 17 on the die for a total of. Oh my God, there's math involved.
Numbers. I'm sure you regular hit.
Yes.
Oh, wait, he's not flat-footed on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
plus-
sure it's a regular.
it's a regular hit, and then I have the -1 because I'm still inspired, so 34.
hit. Regular hit.
So regular hit. 6, that would be 10, 15, 14 damage.
Okay, we're on the board with the second ender cap now. That's good.
And then with the Panabis coming down, 14 on the die.
Now it's flat-footed.
Yep, so 14 plus 29.
29 will also hit.
Cool.
Get them sneak attack dice in here,
I
baby.
do get them sneak attack dice. So we'll do this one first. Kind of low. 4, 8, 12. Another 4, 16. And we're just gonna go for one more strike.
Beat on him.
My friend Link
With
said,
hero pointing at
I need to
minus
pierce.
10. All right, let's get in there.
fishing for a
Get
crit.
in there, baby. Hero pointing to 20 fish.
14 on the die again, so it'd be just another minus 24.
24 is not. Oh, you're over there dueling for your life. The party getting separated into the webs here. Marius in the back, seeing all of this.
Okay.
You have the one spider closest to you on the south is pretty gravely. Oh, he went hit the other two. Never mind. He's not that bad. He's
The
all
south
right.
should be fine.
He's not where he was.
He should
All the
feel
spiders
that.
are very like even. Well, it's still the most hurt because it's the one that's been shot and burned a little bit. The one south of Trey is unharmed. The two on the north are just taking the money.
Okay,
Help me.
my attention is very split right now.
Yes.
Everything's everywhere.
Everything's going wrong everywhere.
I'm gonna make a risky choice, and I want to swift leap to the square next to what's her name, Audette,
Huh?
Okay.
Oh.
and then I'm gonna change my prey to the one that's attacking MD, and I'm gonna give him a couple shots.
Leap over past this fray here. Does your swift leap trigger reactions?
If I expend my, if I am no longer satiated, I can make it not trigger reactions. So I can make myself get now hungry, and then I will be.
Fair enough. As you go to jump, you see another one of these strands, almost seemingly of its own volition, whip up from the Eder cap that you're leaping over, but with your incredible ghoulish agility, it has no chance to catch you.
Yeah, these guys biting are giving me ideas now.
Hungry.
But yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that's attacking MD. Okay, that's not great. That's a 30.
That'll definitely hit.
Yeah, and that's not great.
26.
20. Oh, I get that. 23.
23's definitely not going to hit. One good, one pretty wide.
And you get a +2 to this instead of a +1 because you're within 10 feet of
You're in his aura now. Yep.
Okay. That's 8 plus 5, 13.
15 points of damage. Okay. We're getting stuff on the Eder caps here. And then, is that everything for you?
Yep.
Well, that's going to bring us to spiders. Spiders.
Spoiler.
I feel like we should like in a pageant, like when they're like about to give the news. Like,
We have two spiders that have each a delicious meal bound up between them.
One's more of like a snack.
It's one's a little appetizer.
Oh no, easy to snack.
Oh, I see what you're going for. We'll start up there with easy. Oh, there's a lot of mud in the way here. Maybe it'll help him out. Maybe it'll deflect a little bit. The spiders are going to feed. Spider the first. I'm going to use my villain point from Ghost of Azan.
No.
To reroll the natural 1 on the first attack as they just kind of settle in as you're stuck there. They don't need to swing to fight anymore. They're transitioning to food mode.
which spider is this?
And I'm going to immediately get it back. Thank you, Ghost of Azan.
Oh, I know what spider it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So fast.
It's going to be a
With channel
19,
points too, both of them.
a 14, and a 21.
Even with my restrained -2 AC. I'm too covered in not mud.
Well, good thing there's a second spider.
It's a
which
really
is
fun
gonna
game,
get
AJ.
Horror
I'm
campaign.
having so much fun. right now.
29,
Yes.
14,
No.
22.
No.
Between the two spiders, one bite. One
See,
successful
they're not that
bite
bad.
getting in.
There's
20
just a lot
points of
bites.
20 points of slashing damage. I need a fort
Wait,
save.
sorry, 20?
20 points of slashing damage.
If all those hit, I'd be dead.
But no, he wouldn't be down. He'd be dead.
I mean, yeah. 6 instances of 20 damage will be a problem for most people. Yes, that's it.
Okay, wait, so 20 damage. And then
20
you said-
damage from the one. I need a fort save.
Okay.
Poison time. Roll me that while I roll Cammy's nibbles.
Nibbles.
13 plus 12 is
28,
25.
16, 7.
One of those will hit. And tell me, is this piercing or slashing?
It is slashing, yes.
Oh, interesting. Because this is a verbal spell.
Ah, you can do that. Okay.
I got one more thing in me.
I got one more in me.
As the spider's getting ready to munch on me, I grab him by both sides of his face and it's like, no, you! This is blood vendetta. You curse the target, punishing it for having the audacity to spill your blood.
I love Blood
Okay.
Vendetta.
He is blood vendetta, and he got one hit on you.
And I hate him.
which will do 13 points of slashing damage.
And I hate
What was your
him.
fort save, Kevin?
30 plus 12, 25.
You're fine.
Yay.
Second spider, the slightly singed, slightly burny one, is going to come out with a 26, a 13, and a 25 on a nat 20.
Are you talking to me, brother?
Yes.
So 2 hits.
Okay, I'm arranging the first damage I was dealt this turn.
26,
Believe that. Yeah. No, that'll do it for sure.
13,
No.
25
Yes.
on a nat 20, so that one will crit.
Okay.
So 1 regular hit, 1 crit as the spiders feed. Weight of dice coming through. The tragedy of the commons.
Well,
She's looking
before
at a
I
card.
die, can I finish my no you?
What is it?
This
Oh.
is before you dance on my grave, AJ, okay? It deals 2d6 persistent bleed damage to you.
Yeah. Yeah, roll me
And you
2d6.
need to make a will saving throw. No, you.
Oh, will
no,
saving
you.
throw.
You make a will saving
Well,
throw.
they're great at that. Okay, go on the tray though. 12.
Oh, they're good at that.
No, it was sarcastic. They're
They're
spiders.
animals.
They're regular
I'm-
spiders.
I'm mad at you personally. Okay? I have too many cards in front of me.
You got a 12. Why are you mad at me?
I want to kill him.
He critically failed.
It's a critical fail. So you take double the persistent bleed damage, which is
So we take
2d6.
4d6 bleed damage.
Persistently.
Okay, yeah, roll it. Throw me 4d6 damage. Let's see.
She's over here stealing dice from Kevin.
Before you get me.
Before he's not gonna bleed after
It's
he
some
eats
terrible
you.
roll, but that's
And
okay.
he
I'll
finished
do it
it.
again next turn. It's a 10.
10. As soon as he finishes consuming you, he'll still be bleeding. He'll still be bleeding. All right, regular bite. 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Critical bite.
Yeah.
26 points of slashing.
You have no idea. Is that it?
Fortitude save.
Okay. I'm on 1 hit point.
Pass.
No.
You're on 1 hit point. You know this poison does damage. You've gotten it before. This is stage 2. It does.
Am I still poisoned after getting the critical success last turn?
Yes. This is another
bitten
bite.
you
Poison.
again.
You're
It's
getting
new
bit
poison.
I feel like this is more. I am going to spend this hero point from
Be the 1 health
Hypervol, but I'm going to use it for its use because it's healing prayer. So I'm gonna still fail this. That is understood. But before I do, I'm going to swiftly get 2d8 plus 16 hit points.
Ooh, a good second level heal just out of nowhere. Okay.
Please, no, not
And
the
that's
face.
not too shabby. So that's 13
Continue living.
plus the 16.
So you're at 30
I'm gonna
health.
be
You're
back at 30
even.
health.
What's the fort save?
It was a 3. I knocked it. It went to a 4. That would be funny, but it was a 3. So that's a 17.
Actually, just praying. Give me the second fort save too, because if you crit fail this one, you don't get. It's not double poisons. It's just double application can put you up higher.
Roll got better.
Okay, that's a 9 on the die, so that is going to be
You'll
So
just
23?
be regular poison. Take 3 points of poison damage.
okay.
You
so
are not clumsy or
at the
anything.
end of my
27.
turn, after hopping around down to 1 hit point, I end at 27.
Literally surviving by just praying.
If it works, it works.
Trey.
Ugh.
The header cap in front of you now flanked as Marius leaps over the fight through the webs here to fire at the far one to try to help MD. There's a lot going on in this fight. A lot of stuff on this initiative tray
I
here.
need to take a nap, dude.
Gotta kill someone.
How ouchy are you looking?
Visibly, like, missing chunks of flesh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Are you asking who's ouchie?
No, how ouchy he is. I can see how ouchy you are. Because you're doing your calculations in
She's
front of
just,
me.
the two spiders are just
scared.
feeding.
Yeah.
That.
She's a little nugget of
Hey.
screaming web, and they got their fangs sunk in, and
You
they
can't?
just give her a
Okay.
little, they give her a little
Okay.
penis, they give her little nibbles.
I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because this guy in the middle is a problem for everyone.
He's fairly hurt.
So,
He's still got strands connected to everyone that he lashed out. He still has his strands connected to Cammy and Easy, as well as you. If he's sticking it, no, he just ran
No,
at you.
yeah, he
He's
missed.
still got strands connected to Cammy and Easy.
then Raise Shield. Dual-handed assault as I just stab.
Whomp him.
Get him.
19 on the die. Does a 30 or it does a 40 crit.
Yeah, absolutely
Got
does,
him.
brother. You know 40's gonna crit in here. Come on.
Get him.
Oh, come on, dude.
Kick his butt.
All right. 17 becomes 34.
That's a pretty big hit. Doesn't put him down, but hurts him a lot.
Sorry, 30. That's a 15, not a 7.
All right, still.
So 30. He's now clumsy 1,
Ooh, that's gonna be
and
useful.
he's frightened 2.
He's spooked.
My numbers.
Now you have numbers in front of you.
Let me
Yeah,
get
how
all
does it
these
feel?
little cards.
How does it feel?
I too get to collect all the statuses. Neat.
Gotta collect them all.
Frightened 2, clumsy 1, 1 action left.
The spider directly south of me looks ouchy, right?
Spider directly south of you is pretty okay. The one south on the other side is pretty ouchy. That's the one that's been shot and burned and stuff. The other one's only taken one little incidental hit.
Fair enough. Then I think I'm just going to hit him again. Ettercap, just poke.
Plunder.
That is a 20 on the die.
Wow. Seriously.
Yeah.
You crit him again!
Yeah, dude.
He's flanked
Almost max
and
damage.
frightened too.
Oh my god.
So,
Explode?
42.
Do I need to
He's
stand
good.
back?
Yeah!
He's gone. That's
19
minus 1
into a
Ettercap for
20.
sure. That's minus 1 Ettercap. Big pair of chops. Crit into second crit. Fighter-Man special. Cleaving this first Ettercap
gosh,
in
dude.
half.
You know, the fight was looking a little sketch, and then that happened. I think we're doing pretty
I think
good.
it's still looking a little sketchy.
very
I feel differently.
As it drops, the
Well, no, because I'm free to go
That's-
do other things.
As
That's
it drops, the strands that were emanating out from this first Ettercap that are still connected to Kemi and Easy drop onto the rafter before you, draping and sticking across its surface and its side. And that brings us to the one remaining Ettercap, who's having a good little feast over here.
Oh, you can just go fight Trey.
He's hungry,
Trey killed
and
his
so
friend.
far, you're delicious.
I'm not.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
tough.
No talking yourself down like that. You're delicious.
Very-
You're the snack, MD.
I am the snack.
30.
30 hits.
30 hits. Regular hits, though.
Regular hits. To focus on attacking and not on
21
defending.
points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And then he's just going to continue marching.
Launch.
I'm stacked. I'll villain point that one. Hermagistus gave me one a while ago. And
Thank you, Hermagestus.
thank you, Hermagistus. It's going to bite once, munch. You managed to shove it off anyway as it kind of readjusts. It's just clinging to you like a zombie almost. These scything talons just wrapped around you with the web, holding you in as it just chews. Basically. He's giving you a hug.
Wait, did it fail its first hit?
Failed the second
Felt the
hit.
second hit. 22 on the second
22.
swing.
No. Put the shield in his mouth.
And then as you're holding it off with a shield, one last desperate attempt is not going to connect
you.
either. And that's the only one there is now, which brings us back to the candy nugget.
How hard?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
This is worse for me than the book 2 finale was. I feel worse.
Is it?
I didn't take damage in the book 2 finale.
No, that's great. You had a relatively good time.
I had a
there.
relatively chill time.
You
It's been a
are
minute since I've
The
had to be
snack ball this
so
time.
scared. I'm going to assume, but I feel the need to ask anyhow, that if I were to press a button on the featureless cube, that would be considered a manipulate
Yes,
action.
you can't
Okay.
move enough to do that.
It don't hurt
It's-
to ask.
Yeah, you can't, because you can't get to it, is the problem. You're encased in webbing.
And is his persistent damage on my turn or his turn?
On his turn.
Okay. Well then, those are the two major things that are immediately apparent I can do. Tell you, there are a few things though that are optioned to me. I can, I whisper to Greenie, too small to be wrapped in webs. He's eluded them. He dodges through like a
Skitters out
maze of
from between
mirrors.
the strands, stepping around the sticky parts like the spiders do. Greenie emerges.
Greenie emerges, and as he skitters to the top of my head, he crawls along one of the spider's legs and he sits on top of his head, and then he just summons up this big ball of energy, and then he like, right down onto his head. This will be Shed Spirit. So this is 66
Is there a
damage. May I?
save or is it hit?
Yeah.
There will be a will save with this. Yes, basic will save.
They're good at those.
13.
That's so funny.
You're about to feel
There.
pretty good.
So I'm gonna
Spiders.
crit. I'm gonna do double.
They're animals.
Okay,
Was
here
that
we
a
go.
1?
It's not. It was
Okay.
not a 1. It was a 13.
Gosh darn it! I gotta be close. Okay, here we go.
Their save is that bad.
Yeah.
That's a really good roll, and the whole thing will double on
Yup.
crit.
Farewell. Which spider is this?
Like a really good roll.
That's
Which
56.
Which spider is deleted? Pick a spider to remove.
Wait, what's the total? Because it matters for how much healing this does.
yeah, it's true.
Pick a spider. Which spider? Well, it depends on what spider you're removing.
I'm gonna do I guess
They have colors now.
I guess it was which one is not cursed?
The yellow one's cursed. The green
Okay,
one is
then I'll
not
do the
cursed.
green one.
The green
I'll
one?
spread the love.
Absolutely, just blast it.
Did it take the
So,
full 56?
It does 56 damage. Yes. So you get the full healing off the 56,
Okay.
which means you get.
So it will fly. So Greenie goes to an ally. I would like to say that I'm Greenie's ally.
You are, yes. You can target
Excellent.
yourself with this,
That's
yeah.
for me. So I go up to.
55.
Thank you. I'm scared.
She's healing. The yellow light infuses her.
And then with my final little action, since sustain is also not manipulate, I scream to try, save me, please! Let's try this again. Give me claustrophobia.
Make a fortitude save.
Awesome.
You still got poison in your bones.
I'm so scared right now, dude.
I can see the jitters.
Ooh, 15.
You're fine.
On the-
Easy.
Yay.
It's not a high DC. Easy.
They're just big spiders.
Your health's going up. What are you worried
I'm
about?
working.
You deleted a spider with a lizard laser.
By the skin of my teeth.
Easy. How's your nugget doing?
I am stuck in a trap of my own devising.
I did this.
You're in
to
a
my-
really messy situation.
And now, as this laser blasts through the spider behind the burning clumps of embered web that are dropping, an entire massive spider carcass falls down and crashes onto the floor below. An audible crunching as its hide collapses against the tile after dropping 40 feet.
We have to
These are
explain
pets.
that later.
There's
yeah,
some
I'm just thinking about-
screams.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm sure the
to make
people,
a scene.
Oops.
I imagine the people dancing still have to pretend nothing's happening.
There's some screams, but then yes, they quickly skitter to make a wide berth around this
not
area.
much. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going through like the things I know, and all of them require my hands.
You want to try to
And
break
some-
out?
Yeah. So, Curse, can I think about spiders? And
Knowledge check?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I'm thinking about my situation and my new friends.
It's when your life flashes before
is
your
it-
eyes.
is it just nature?
It's what's your nature?
2?
Sick. Are you trained?
No.
It is actually a trained action recall knowledge.
Well,
Oh
I
my
am
gosh.
just one action thinking real hard about my actions, why I ended up here, who I am.
This is me. I wonder.
This is
you're
me.
wondering how I got. in
Wondering
this
how I
position.
got here. And then, okay.
You're
and
like,
then-
you know what you've seen, and you know
Yeah.
that. You know there's no other spider-based knowledge in that brain area.
yeah,
Like,
it's more of like, why, how do I, like, I don't know. But then the next two actions are to try to break free.
all right, make me an escape. You can use an unarmed attack, athletics, or acrobatics.
I use acrobatics. Okay, 12 plus 14. 26.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not restrained anymore?
You are free. You acrobatics, you wiggle, you slip out of this mud, and with one final twist, you pull yourself free of the webs.
Can
And
I, as a
you
reaction,
start?
arrest a fall and grab the string attached to him?
You reach down as you see him drop. You are still grabbed by this strand, and you swing down under the rafter. It's still stuck to the
Okay.
rafter. You don't use a reaction. You're now just swinging 10 feet below
Oh,
the
it's
rafter
fun.
at the
Like
very bottom of
Tarzan.
the webs.
10 feet below the raft.
Hey, you're just swinging around.
Oh, not 10 feet from the floor.
Below the 30 feet from the floor.
That's not that far.
You could drop farther. Trust me.
I do have
Yeah.
my hands.
You can't use your hands. You are just regular grabbed now.
Oh my gosh! Look at it. That's so cool.
Oh, Arkin Forge is beautiful. Check out
right.
Arcane Forge, by the way.
Dude.
They're
I
really
thought you were
cool.
just about to fall down to the earth.
Nope, that web's
Yeah.
so sticky that it can hold him up just from how hard it's stuck to the side of the
Oh
rafter.
my gosh.
You reach for it and
He's
see him
slowing
just
down.
start swinging. You see it go taut.
That's so cute.
As he's-
Please
that-
slowing.
I really like the swinging. That's
You
great.
gotta get pendulum
That's
physics there.
brilliant.
So I'm not restrained, but I am still grabbed.
You're grabbed, yes.
Okay. And then I will just
Like-
I will just pull out my my Alchemist Fire and just
So what is a free action? It's a free action.
It's
I'll
not
give it to
because
you.
it's not in my. These are my regular ones.
But you have to. Oh, you have to. The manipulate action is still the grab check.
Oh,
so
I
to get
need
it out.
that
So I need
flat
your
check.
flat check because you're trying to get to it while you're swinging and
Dude,
spinning
no.
and dangling.
You just can't get it.
Slid through your pockets.
I'm gonna. I can't. I need to win. I'm gonna.
need a W.
I need a W. So
I've never seen.
Nebula, thank you so much. This is so I can even grab the bomb. But I'm sure it'll please you. Thank you, Nebula. I wiggle a little better. I get used to the rotational pendulum.
forces.
No, that's hot. That's hot, right?
That's not
It's
cocked
really
at
not,
all.
though.
I can see it from over
It's
here.
another
He's
3.
swinging and twisting and trying to fish in his pocket. He's just like turning over and flipping on it as he
can't
swings back and forth. You have one egg.
I'm
left.
winning.
You can try again.
Oh, because failing doesn't. Oh yeah, I have one more. Yeah,
It
yeah.
still takes the action.
Okay, now I did it. A
So
13.
as your last action, you have it in your
Ah.
hands now. MD, who is somehow still standing. How you doing, buddy?
Oh,
You're
I.
fighting your own battle over here.
Once
You have
again,
been yoinked.
MD is going to bring this Panabus up above his head and as hard as natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
He's been panapist.
He's been Panapist.
Give me the name. It's just a regular swing.
It's just a regular
He's just
swing.
going brute force mode.
6, 10, 16, 18, 19 times 2, 38.
Yeah, that sounds all right to me. It's a pretty big number. Big slash staggers his center cap and for a moment forces it back off of you. I mean, the first breathing room you've had in this fight, but it's still up.
Also flat-footed
Now,
by my attacks.
Oh, flat-footed from
until the
your...
start of my next turn.
now, here's a nice one for you. Play when your ally or yourself are about to make a strike. You're below a third of your HP, right?
Yep.
It most
You
certainly
get
is.
2 extra dice and can roll 2 d20s.
Oh, here's what I was about to do. I was gonna teleport strike the spider next to Cammy.
Whatever
That's
this
fine.
strike
Let
Yeah,
that
if you want to
happen.
use it on that,
Yeah,
you can use it on
that's-
that.
That
this
was
is
my
just
plan.
before you make a strike,
As,
you now have this.
as the strike comes and slashes to this other cap really strongly, indeed blinks out, and you see him above the spider, right in front of Trey, coming right back down. So take a roll 2.
You roll 2.
Roll 2, take highest.
17 on the die. My math is getting wonky because I'm in Fable 2. 30, 28, 29, flat-footed.
29 flat-footed. That'll hit.
And you get,
You get
2
2
extra damage
of
dice.
damage.
It's like he's,
That's not nothing. That's.
hey, that's
On
what's
top of sneak attack, that's a
that's
lot of dice.
10d6.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, 76.
Dice. By the power invested in me.
6, 10, 16,
I'm for counting.
21, 22, 25, 26, 30, 32.
You are not within my arm.
I am teleporting in
Now
front
he
of
is.
you.
That's true. He's there for the strike.
32.
32.
Spider dead.
Yes.
35.
Yes.
35.
Liberation.
You flash out, and this blade cleaves through the thorax of the spider, rending it almost in two from behind as it drops with a screech, sagging tangled in its own web. Viscous, dark spider entrails globbing forth and dropping onto the floor below. Marius is starting to look better.
Marius is getting dizzy from all this. At first he saw Cammy get bit by like 2 spiders and was getting ready to go shoot them. And then Cammy explodes and starts to get stronger. So we're like, well, okay. we're
Cammy
gonna-
goes Super Saiyan.
gonna go help MD again, and then suddenly the spider behind him once again explodes. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna help MD again. So
He's flat-footed.
yeah, we're gonna shoot him a
Oh
lot.
man.
There's a lot of stuff has happened the last
Alright,
2
so,
entries.
this
of
is,
Big,
deadly aim first. 12, 30.
30 hits.
Okay. The 5,
You still get +2.
+2. Okay, so 10.
And
Let's get him a couple.
real wounded.
Ooh, okay. I think that's gonna be that's a 17 for 1 for
That'll
33, 32. And then a 15 for
Hits.
Yeah.
With 2 more, I don't think you can knock out. With 2 more.
7.
He could roll once.
I still think he'd kill it.
12.
His minimum.
It's dead.
There you go.
he is unbothered. Just like I'm still.
pew.
3 shots drop down. You have a strange experience, MD, as you see yourself whisk through the air back, arrows flying alongside you.
Ride the
They're not
arrows
to
relative
arrive
to you.
up to this Ettercap as a trio of arrows thud into its side and knock it clean over, sprawled out on the rafters next to you. These other 2 spiders react a little interestingly. With the loss of the 2 Ettercaps and their prey dangling down below, these 2 seem to freeze for a moment. They're spiders. They don't seem like they've attacked particularly intelligently. They don't seem like they got big brains. They do just seem like spiders. But they stop and then dart back away into the webs, disappearing into the darkness once more, leaving the group of you almost alone here on the rafters, with just one figure left. This woman, bound to the wood by more of these strands. Strands of webbing proper, not whatever these Ettercaps were flinging out at you. And it is there, I think, we should take our midstream break.
Oh my gosh, we haven't done a break yet. That was
We
such
had-
a very Oh, hey, look, wait. It's the
cheers.
beginning of break.
Oh, cheers, perfect. We'll all take a
Wow.
good
Wow.
drink.
But I can do
wolf.
this.
Cheers.
Whoops.
And now we're gonna stand up, stretch your legs. I want to shout out again, not the upper map on which we fought the spiders and the Ettercaps, but the map down below of the massive ballroom. Oh, it's displayed on Arkan Forge, of course, and we have all our funny things like the wildly swinging EZ token. That map itself is not from the adventure, and it's not one I made either. It's from the fellows over at Seafoot Games. We're not partnered with them or anything. They just got really good maps, and they got a solid, like, that was a free map. It's a free resource, and they said they were cool with us using it. So, you know, that's cool by me. It's a really good ballroom map, and I'm happy to have it. Hey, while we're on our break, it's going to be about 10 minutes. You can check them out, or you can check out any of the rest of our sponsors. Like we said, Arkan Forge is what we're actually, the software we're playing on here. Lets you really easily cast a map up onto a virtual tabletop on an upright screen. It's also really good for just building maps directly. We've got Eldritch, Foundry, the producers of all our fine minis. We can finally start showing off again now that we got MapCam back. It's a really, really cool builder with a lot of facial features that I enjoy using a lot. That's definitely the highlight. Or Norse Foundry, providers of all the fine dice you've seen rolling throughout today's show. All 3 of those, we got a discount code, UGT Show. Gives you various benefits, either % off or flat discounts on the main packages on Arkan Forge. All of it helps us out and helps you get some stuff a little bit cheaper. Don't go too far, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. As we left, we had survived our battle in the rafters above this gala within a dream. A battle against not just spiders of monstrous size, but also these strange humanoid figures that seem to command them, these Ettercaps that lurk in the thick, cavernous webs above the ballroom floor.
Not anymore.
The ballroom is huge. You certainly have not
They're
killed
all
all
dead.
of them.
Not
2 of them ran away.
anymore.
We know that.
No, those the spiders are fine. The Ettercaps.
Oh, okay.
Ettercaps are
You
the
got
problem.
attacked by
Spiders
2
are not fine.
Ettercaps like
Exterminate.
200 feet from here. At the
Yeah,
other
it's
end
the
of
same
hall.
ones.
They've just been following you over here the whole time.
We're the protagonists.
Surely
of
the
course.
only 2 Ettercaps in the ballroom have been defeated.
Well, they only travel in groups of 2.
But we
Very
return
territorial.
to the group of you atop of the rafters with a figure, hunched over, head bowed, still constrained by webbing, still immobile, even after the din of battle has fallen from all around them. Before we get to that, let us introduce ourselves around the party here, which is a thing I'm consistently remembering to do at the start of the show. We'll start over there.
I'm Kevin. I play just a normal bard, just a regular human bard named Easy, who didn't do much this round, but he's really dizzy from swinging and really drained. I threw a few bombs, and some of them at myself.
50% of them.
My name's Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch who's currently coughing up web.
Howdy, I'm Derp. I roll a lot of 20s.
He does. His character is the crit guy. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh,
what
yeah,
he rolls
yeah.
20s and then the thing he's
that's the
attacking
actual class.
I don't know if you knew
That's
you can take that as an archetype.
Yeah, this is crit guy.
Howdy, I'm Derp. I play Trey, the frontline fighting hobgoblin in full plate with a pokey stick and a little buckler
Like we said,
in
crit-
Dream Buckler.
Crit guy.
Crit guy.
Well, some people are like humanoid. He's a critter.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave. Why am I at his table? I'm Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue, who is
That's how you successfully bond mow.
bleeding a lot.
You are a little. You've been
Nothing
chewed
new.
on.
Nothing new.
Chunks of you missing. Well, they've been ripped out by this many-fanged maw of the Ettercap. Certainly a much more painful experience of the twin fangs of these huge spiders, which are at least a little bit graceful, perhaps. They just kind of punch in. Ettercap kind of just bites and rips and is like a very hungry dog.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the dwarf ranger, who's also kind of foolish.
Now,
The fun guy.
as we return, MD standing in a mixed pool of his and the Ettercap's blood further down the platform, still draped in wraps of this sticky, strange thread that they emit. Easy still swinging down below the rafter. Cammy still bound in a wad, just over there, 10 feet up, just at arm's reach. And Trey and Marius here at the center of this rafter. Looking okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look pretty fine. I only got attacked once, and it was the very first turn, and then after that, nothing touched me.
But I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm actually gonna. I technically had one turn left, or one action left, so I'm just gonna. I'm gonna take a bite of the
You
little
have as
the
many
guy
actions
who's
as
right
you
next
want,
to
buddy.
us.
It tastes a
Right.
little, almost fungal, earthy, like a mushroom.
Would I?
But
Portobello or shiitake? I'm not
like
making
a
a pun.
mushroom,
I'm not making a pun. I'm asking
That's
like
it. That's
mushroom
mushrooms.
reference.
like a mushroom that you eat.
Would that still satisfy
Those are
my
both-
hunger?
Those are both.
Yeah,
You can
mush-
eat those.
They
Yeah,
are.
we sell those. Both those.
Could be
What
a
is it? What do you
chanterelle.
need to do?
Oyster.
Sentient creatures?
Yeah, sentient, and I think.
Do they have to be humanoid?
Those are human.
They're
Whoa.
human shaped.
They're human.
Hold on. Now, I fought this last week. You stressed they were humanoid.
Satisfying consuming flesh. Consuming flesh temporarily satiates you.
I'm sure it's just sentient.
I think it's just sentient flesh. I think you sated. It's delicious. It's
The
sapient.
flesh of dead creatures, freshly dead corpses from sapient creatures fulfill your cravings more than non-sapient.
They're definitely
He's got lots of
sapient
options.
creatures. So absolutely you will become sated.
Well,
And I'll do that as replenishing consumption.
While he's
So-
sating
He's
himself.
ripping into this Ettercap. You have two of your friends having some
I will.
real easy.
Gonna reel
backup.
up easy.
It gets stuck all over your hands, and it's very
Gauntlets.
hard to do. Yeah, but the more you pull up, the more it just is bundled and wrapped around you, and the harder
Oh, no.
it gets.
I'm
to
like
move.
pull up, strapping it to the railing.
But even so, you can't. You're left with the like
Yeah, it's a
adhesive
mess.
glued across
It's like
you as you.
cotton candy.
And then if you get easy up, and he just kind of gets stuck on the bottom of the rafter, and you gotta try and get him out from there. It's a bit of a laborious effort that Cammy can do nothing but watch, as she's still trapped in her nugget over there.
In the meantime, I'm refocused.
What are you doing, MD?
I'm gonna make my way over to the group and
Gimme.
at least try to get her free. I'm
What's your
still
plan?
just
She's 10 feet out. What's your plan?
Help me.
I think we
Just
leave
like
Tammy.
running in the air, just like.
I think we just have her wake up and
Well, We could grab the string and yank her back, same as she was
She is still
thrown.
attached
Oh,
to the
yeah,
string
cool.
like
Just-
Easy is.
Yank as hard as I can.
Yeah, maybe that's making that like check.
I'm still on people too. Still covered in my own string. 17 on the die. Athletics. 30. 29.
The big heave on this, it comes free much more easily than you would expect. The almost
Straight into
elastic
the railing.
strand snapping Kemi back where the wad of gnome just hits you and sticks to your chest, knocking you over onto the rafter.
It's an easy papoose.
I turn around.
You are equally restrained, but you're now also stuck to MD.
I wriggle around so it's my back stuck, and then I kind of sit there like, let's go now. Now I'm on everybody's level. Show me one.
You are sideways.
I'm still going.
We just give you a
Show
little
me. Give me
knife.
one. No, I can really give it to him now.
It doesn't take you a huge amount of effort to cut her free, which MD or Trey could do is Marius finishes feasting and Easy, you're left here up with this figure that still hasn't moved. Even as this battle is feet from her, he still sits slumped, eyes closed.
Oh, we've got everybody loose. Can I medicine check to see if she's alive?
Yeah, you're the knowledge seeker, so give me your medicine check.
Alrighty.
Kemi,
Do you want me to make it or give you my...
you can just make it.
Oh, okay.
Better not.
I wish you'd rolled, to be honest.
You want me to roll?
you want me
be
to
frank.
roll it?
No, it's
I
okay.
can
It's an
roll it
18.
too.
It's an 18.
18. With an 18, you can tell
Oh, you
she
can also try.
She is. That's like the party checking
Yeah, but
her
it's
over.
funny.
With an 18, you can tell that she's alive. She
rolled
is
a nat
alive.
20.
She is breathing barely. But that's about all you can get.
Okay.
She is similarly restrained by the webs like you were. Were.
I'm gonna give her a band-aid potion.
Okay.
We've got our little D8 like minor.
Oh, you little guys. Yeah, okay.
Because
You-
we've determined that they keep respawning every
You
time.
cut
we come
away
in.
some, everything you bring in from the waking world is still there. You cut away a bit of the webbing from her mouth and tilt her head back and just sort of pour this little decanter of potion in her mouth. She shifts slightly, but doesn't really move. All you can make out through the webs is that she is fairly plainly dressed. Her garb makes it apparent that she doesn't look like she really belongs at this gala. The description, it's all but confident this is Maudette.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
Does she's visible lights?
As you look her over, maybe a perception check.
All right. So she's
Or one
alive.
of Seekers, I guess. So you already rolled. We'll take yours.
16.
It's enough. You, looking down,
They're easily visible.
definitely yes. She has several small bites where it looks like they weren't designed to kill. It's not what MD was doing, but it does look like it was something akin to the Ettercaps rather than the spider. But looking further, on her side, on her ribs, there are two larger puncture wounds, like she was stabbed with daggers, that look much more like the massive spiders that you had seen. And you can clearly see that the flesh of those wounds has blackened a little.
She was spider food. Spider caps are keeping the spiders.
Listen, so if the whole idea is
Yeah.
to kind of let her down easy, that she's not going to be able to dance.
I think she's gonna want to go home.
I think that this is sort of settled.
I mean, we leave her here, she
Oh.
disappears,
Well, we don't have to leave.
I don't want to
and
leave
it's
her
not a
here.
problem. Or we heal her, take her back down.
Where am I?
Oh,
You're in the rafters. Good morning.
Morning.
are you Maudette?
Yes?
She's
I don't recognize any of you.
we
We
are.
are reps.
Oh,
Yeah,
For the
everything hurts.
yeah.
Yeah, you were.
So
What happened?
You
I
were
was-
taken by the monsters in the ceiling. We saved you.
The gala. Why is it still happening? I'm supposed to dance the sunset walk.
It's
It just
no, we
it just
under
happened. We missed it.
yeah, But it's okay.
Do I hear music?
Yeah, it's the after party.
Be deception.
Sure. You want to roll it?
Yeah. 19
Oh, yeah.
plus.
Rolls
He's
to
talking-
hit boss. 3. Rolls to lie to peasant maiden. 19.
19.
He's
Yeah.
talking to a woman. He's gonna roll high. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna get another girlfriend by the end of this.
He already did.
There's
Okay.
Another girlfriend.
it's a 30. It's a 33.
Okay. She seems pretty out of it. She's fairly receptive.
You're lucky you're alive. You know? But you missed it. Sorry.
But it's really okay.
fine.
We've been looking for it. Honestly, we're relieved.
Yeah.
And she looks, even through the like incredible pain, massively disappointed, like visibly crushed, more so than injured.
Yeah.
And she's still like barely moving on the webs here. Oh, just feed me to the beast.
No.
then, I
Oh,
guess.
no.
You have so much to live for. You're so young,
Babe.
beautiful.
Babe, it's just a guy. It's still, please.
The Viscount Drellin is no simple guy. He's wonderful.
He's kind of has a bad cough. He's kind of.
Why not just dance with him next time?
Do you think he'd offer again?
He talks very highly of you.
Always next year.
He loves offering that too, so, like to you.
Oh. I suppose mayhap I'm still hope.
You're not really good. Way to dance right now. You need to
I
heal.
can hardly move.
Yeah.
I was trying to kind of wriggle on the web. What is this?
I'll pull out my hatchet.
Hold still. Let me get that off of you.
You start kind of
Start like
hacking and
Yeah.
slicing through it to free her. And it takes a couple of minutes of work, and she needs help to even stand, much less get down 40 feet of ladder down to the floor
we
below.
have
But
infinite rope around us.
that's accurate. It's not wrong.
Also sticky.
It's very sticky.
You could probably use it as a bandage.
Yeah.
But you get her back to back free and back standing, and she's still kind of woozy, but she nods. Well, thank you, whoever you are, strange visitors.
Guests.
I guess I'd really like to just go home.
That's a good idea. You need some rest.
I guess there's always next time.
There's always next. Yeah. There's
You
always
help
next.
her down the ladder to the giant spider corpse and the still smoldering little bits of embers, the edge of a tablecloth that's kind of gently burning, wads of mud just scattered across the ground. You've got a pretty wide area where there are no people. There are servants desperately trying to figure out what the hell to do with the 15-foot spider corpse that just dropped down and splattered across a table, knocking everything asunder.
Just put a tablecloth over.
And you see one of them hurrying over with the comically tiny little dolly. There's
Yes.
no chance of making a difference.
Just put it right on the
wooden
head.
furniture mover. But as Maudet, head bowed, sulks off. That is the third of your list.
You know, really, that one actually kind of felt the easiest to do.
Yeah, honestly.
Kind of shocking, but
I feel worse for her. She was
yeah,
the
I
one
do
that
not feel
felt
great
bad
about
letting
it.
her down.
Look across your gratuitously injured party. MD just leaking blood all over the floor. A servant with a napkin behind you, just trying to wipe it up as you walk, following in your wake, just kind of smearing it across the tile.
It's like curling but backwards.
Oh, we should really clean that up for you, but you did great. So that I'm just gonna do a little level 1 heal. It's gonna be the
Just a little
the
band-aid.
little D8 plus 8. Little
No,
simple.
it's more than
just
he
a little
has.
something. Hey, simple. 15.
15.
15. Hell, how much did you
Not
have?
nothing.
27.
Hey, you getting up there. You were fine.
Got
You're
hit
fine.
You were
twice.
doing fine.
Got hit
He's
twice.
pretty mighty. It was really just the one big old crit that was particularly hurting.
60 damage.
60 damage.
Half my health.
Too rich for my blood.
What are y'all doing? You heading back to the Viscount?
Yeah, we gotta go get her
That's
signet
really
ring.
Still running blood through your clothes, and even with those that have your wounds somewhat covered or bound, your garb torn and matted with not just your own blood, incredibly sticky chunks of web still draped across various parts of you.
How
the blood of the
muddy.
spiders in the Ettercap. He is caked in it. He looks like he crawled out of a pit.
I'm
Like a
gonna try and
cave
deliver like a
person.
couple of curtsies to people as we pass. Like I'm trying to like play it off. Like oh,
You make your way, parting the
Yes.
waters of the party goers
Oh,
that just divide.
you're too
as
kind.
you come near. Make your way back down to the southern dais where the Viscount waits. He sees the group of you, and immediately his eyebrows raise, his eyes go kind of wide, and he just points at the group of you and gestures repeatedly, a big smile on his face before he starts hacking along off the other side of the stage. Not even covering his mouth anymore, just spraying viscous green goo across the stone.
you. Oh gosh.
Heard the face guard.
The guards step out of the way. Let you ascend.
Yeah, we're going to head up there.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, yes. My functionaries have told me that you have met with each of the three would-be recipients of my offer, and hopefully they found the company fine. I've received no complaints. Were they acceptant of our issues of my scheduling debauchery, as it were?
Two were bought off, and the third one simply decided it was best to go home.
As long as there is no fuss. As long as there is no fuss. Discretion is the whole valor here in Caliphio. Thank you, plainly and kindly and greatly for all that you have done. He does not seem fazed at all by the state of the five of you. Absolutely nonplussed by the mostly dead guy, the pile of mud,
That's
and
his name.
the sticky web baby. That's his name. He's called that. And quickly turns to one of his retainers and sends them off to go fetch a signet ring. Please, we must only wait a couple of moments. I have had a hopefully worthy exchange prepared in the belief that you would be successful where no other I could hope would be able to find such, well, success. Now, he looks towards the stairs. Stairs. Like he's staring into the void, like he's disassociating. He's not even looking at the stairs, he's just gone.
Staring at stairs.
Two guards standing next to him, still doing their best to look
Stay.
anywhere other than the group of you.
Oh.
Well,
Oh. Gesundheit.
Hacking again as he's brought back to this world by this strange plague that produces just an incredible amount. Gallons of this splattered and hardened all across the stage around him.
I feel in danger just being on this side of you.
But a few moments later, the retainer returns with a cushion, velvet and purple. Two items set perched upon it. A small golden band, a circlet, a crown even, inset with a trio of gems and a tiny little ring box at its center. The retainer presents it to the group. Yes, perfect. My signet ring, as you had requested, and consider it a gift from the court for your services, your fine work, and again, your discretion.
A tiara. I'm putting it on.
I'd take the signet ring.
Immediately. Are you kidding?
Unfold that once. As you put
I'm
the
a
tiara on, you
queen.
instantly feel something. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the sickness as well.
Oh, this is good for me.
you feel a strange rush of knowledge. Like you suddenly look around and things make a little bit more sense to you.
Oh.
Like somehow you've spent years studying in every discipline you can imagine all at once in a single second.
The weight of being queen.
As she says that, that is not the words that come out of her mouth.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
What comes out of her mouth is a guttural series of clicks and rasps, interspersed with deep, punctual vowels. Words, not even certain, but some kind of language.
I'm just gonna.
Get that off of her.
My crown!
It just kind of
Give
hold.
it back.
If it fits on your head, it's about this big.
I'm jumping. I'm trying to get it. I will not be dethroned.
As he takes the crown off, you realize that while you just spoke without thinking, you said the language, we were talking and just, the language that comes naturally to you, which for a moment there was not Taldane. You have no idea what you just said.
And then I'm gonna put it back on your head.
You just said the weight of being queen
Yes.
in a different language.
And then I took it off, and then you talk normally, like, no, give it back to.
Without folk, you can talk normally with it on your head. You just have to think for a second because
I'm seeing what happens when I.
Taldane,
Just taking it on and
Yeah.
off as I'm like,
It's like a
Taldane
little
doesn't really
audio
seem
filter.
to be like your default tongue. That's not the language you even think in anymore. Your internal narration is now in this strange language. What is your occultism?
yeah, 18.
You've never heard it spoken. It takes you a second to think about what it could possibly be, and even with the assistance of the crown, it doesn't occur to you for a moment. You were speaking Aklo,
Speaking fish.
which is now sort of just your automatic default. Again, that's your internal monologue. With the crown on, it feels natural.
Isn't Aklo basically Latin? Like
Kind
for
of.
the,
It's
for the
it's like
Pathfinder world?
Eldritch Latin.
Yeah.
No, I had to learn Latin.
Do you say this out loud?
yeah.
That's what I was speaking. What if we all had this?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I was saying, like, what if we've met these things before? Like, we've all encountered all these objects. I don't know.
I was always meant to be queen. That makes sense.
It looks perfectly striking on you. Yes, yes, and please humbly accept that again as an offer, and of course the signet ring to which you had requested. The favor of the court of Viscount Pietro Brellin, very much yours this eve. Now, and he turns and looks down the hall. Sunset approaches, and you hear the music stop, and a hush fall over the ballroom. The sounds of conversation, revelry, and dining drop to nearly nothing as just the littlest murmurs and whispers radiate throughout those assembled. And then you see a shape. The webs near the center of the room between the first two chandeliers start to sag and pull down as something massive descends from above.
No.
You see legs
Oh no.
2-3 times as big as what was affixed to the spiders that had attacked you up on the rafters before, piercing through as a hulking body, massively larger, starts to appear. Unlike the spiders you'd seen previously, its eyes seem to be put almost randomly across its face. No symmetry, no reason. Its fangs jutting at odd angles as it reaches towards the silent floor.
How many legs?
7
Ah!
legs touch down on the tile
Aw.
as the massive purple
It's cute that
body
they love each other.
of this thing touches, and the Viscount stands, my beloved, and rushes past all of you to the stairs. The only sound echoing through the hall, the clicking of his shoes across the tile. Strings of this green spittle just flying behind him as he scurries over towards this massive spider.
So he's a leg guy.
He
Got legs for
approaches,
days. 7 days a week.
and this massive beast lifts its one offset odd leg, and holds the talon forward as he gracefully takes the tip
Aw.
of it in his hand. And the music picks back up with something different, something slower, an air of romance, as he slowly dances and twirls beneath this nearly immobile, hulking beast that does nothing but move the tip of this one talon along with him, as all of its eyes are fixed on his body. Quiet, polite applause breaks out in the crowd as the sunset waltz begins.
He's imagining him and Reese.
While they're doing this, do we just want to leave?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to see where this
Checking
goes.
inside the ring box, you see a small golden ring inset with a large jewel over a stamped sigil, a royal seal of some kind. You've no reason to believe that the Viscount would not be true to his word, but no way to check what the seal of this esoteric Dreamlands bloodline and family house could be. It's not present on any banners or sigils along the walls that you can see. None are. But you have a signet ring of some kind, and you have Cammy's new golden crown.
As they're kind of dancing, and we're like all debating, I'm just gonna like kind of start to like casually, slowly shuffle over to where the chair is, the throne. I just
The throne is absolutely caked in this green snot.
Yeah.
Where not only have the armrests been covered in a layer near an inch thick from where he has hacked all across them, you can see that so much of it is built up on the insides where it has either run down or he has simply wiped it, that it has formed almost a solid green mold of his seat.
I want to be queen so bad.
How bad?
You're an expert in fortitude. You can handle it.
You see, Cammy like has gotten close to the throne now, and then just kind of keeps looking back and like seems to be trying to will herself to commit fully.
She's thinking really hard.
I'm sitting.
She sits!
Oh.
She lifts herself up into the actual horrible seat. And as you do, you immediately feel it start to almost vacuum seal and stick around you. What do you do?
You're restrained.
You're stuck in
Help
just
me,
a giant.
help me, help me,
Make
help
me
me,
a
help me.
reflex
Help me,
save.
help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Crit fail.
Is that a 1?
It is a 1.
You fall in.
You get more comfortable.
What?
Yeah, it's a 1.
Oh no,
Oh.
die?
You might die.
You are drowning.
You take 60 points of acid damage.
That's more than I have.
You see her sit, and you can all hear this sizzle as she sits and like reaches, help me, and just slumps over in the chair.
She takes 56 because it doesn't matter.
56 points
Doesn't
of acid
matter.
That's 1 over what I have. 1 over what I have.
Well, it matters for me because I actually still take.
Yeah.
I go. Oh,
So she sits, and we see her visibly start to go down as she dissolves away into
You
nothing.
see her. You see black veins shoot up through her neck as her eyes roll back and she slumps over.
Just gonna go
Run
over.
over
Green
and grab
goo
her.
dribbling out of
Just
her
go
mouth.
over and
Sting
grab
me.
her.
yeah. Trey both just
You pull her out of the chair. The guards on either side of the throne just kind of look and then look away.
yeah, don't pay attention.
Somebody stabilize me.
I'm gonna
Cast a
grab
third
him.
level heal on her. Doesn't matter. I cast a third level heal on her.
I don't care what it is. Just get me out of it.
Just a firm slap to the face.
Yeah.
You can see the
Yeah.
seat of her pants, the back of her overalls are absolutely soaked and weighted with this green mess. And it looks like a lot of her skin underneath has sloughed down several inches as it has melted.
She heals for 35.
35.
Yay! Back up again,
The
baby!
Viscount is not okay.
No.
This is coming out of him.
I have
Alright.
to ask, now that we've seen him stand up, does the back of him look
Yes.
normal?
Oh.
Cammy, you kind of wake up on the cold, sticky stone of the stage with an incredible burning pain all down your back and the back of your legs.
All right.
What am I?
collect
What am
some
I
of that
feeling?
in a jar for
You
like
can,
an acid
your
flask?
blood is burning.
My reign was short.
What did we learn?
Huh?
What did we learn?
Hopefully with
Cannot
that crown
to-
you learned a lot.
You're not ready to handle the responsibilities of royalty yet.
Wouldn't say that. I'd say that maybe.
Would you like to take another seat?
I think no. I don't. I think that the lesson.
His burden is heavy.
I think that the lesson is that he needs to see a physician.
Yeah, can I
You're-
collect a sample of this for an acid flask?
So what's left is even what's come out of him recently dries almost immediately. It is a thick goo that, as you try to peel out, you can. It's hard. It's pretty solid. It's not like a liquid that's gonna splash. It's a chunk that you can put in a vial or a jar.
Perfect.
I still want to ask, could I try to dip arrow tips in it?
You dip an arrow tip in it, and the arrow tip is gone. You pull back a shaft. There's just a stick, singed and sizzling.
I'm gonna figure out how to use some of the hard pieces later.
No, I'll take that arrow, and I'll take the vial, and I'll take some spider web, and I'll strap it to the end.
And you see it
Acid arrow.
sizzle through the spider web and drop onto the stage.
Is it like putting a pencil into a pencil sharpener?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the dance floor, the Sunset Waltz's opening seems to have concluded. And while the Viscount still dances with his beloved, partygoers have started to slowly move back into the floor. Those that are taking part are also dancing similar slow waltzes around, filling much of the ballroom with a much more uniform activity than the revelry that you had seen previously, which, while high society, while it had class and was noble, it was varied. People were feasting, people were enjoying the musicians, people were talking business. Some were dancing a litany of various dances, but now one single purpose amongst the ballroom. Those that lurk around the edges do so quietly, whispering or muttering to each other while simply watching this view before them of this massive 30-foot-tall, hulking, 7-legged spider still just driving this one finger around with the Viscount near motionlessly.
So easy. You want to go find your vampire friend?
No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll lose more blood.
I want to go home now.
What if we just sit
Wake
at
up.
a table?
There is no threat. You can just wake up. You don't
I
have
want
to-
to. You know what? Actually,
We could just.
peace out, guys. I don't feel so good.
She just does this and just fades away.
Trey can't be out from Chef ZJSH.
That's the
Chef
spirit.
Shaw, take a hero point, my good sir. Cammy wakes up.
Yeah, I'm gone.
What if we just sit at a table and just hang out? Maybe you could use some of those stones.
Last ounce of strength to my last breath.
Is there anything that we could learn more about the Dreamlands from the guests? Is it worth
Possibly.
socializing?
No.
Or we could put those,
You
We
also
could put the
have
runes on our
Yeah.
weapons.
stones.
We do have rune stones.
and then just watch their love blossom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find a side room. They can have their love.
With nothing forcing you to leave here. Things peaceable for the moment. Trey looking for anywhere that's not underneath the web of doom above him.
Just get
You
yoinked.
can certainly take the time needed, the hours you would spend here to transfer the runes on your weapons. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You can just do it. They're coming off of rune stones that the Zoogs had gifted you. What are you moving and where?
I want to.
One for the bow.
This is the
Ghost touch.
Ghost Touch runes you had received from the Zoogs. You want to make a Ghost Touch bow,
Okay. Ghost touch spear,
Ghost Touch spear.
and then ghost touch on your secondary weapon.
Yeah, Ghost Touch on the Chloe longsword. Yeah, that's the thing I have. So yeah, I forgot about that.
Your offhand longsword.
Yeah.
I'll give you Ghost Touch.
Because I'm assuming that
for
we cannot put it on the super sword.
The super sword is, if you were to try, you would find that it does not have the capacity to take any more. Like what it has foundational is at its capacity. It can't, between the shifting and whatever is going on with the teleportation strike,
Super cool.
it would need to be reinforced with further magic before it could take any more property runes.
So either on the shield or on a secondary weapon.
Shield and hovering, so it's on the sword.
Longsword it is?
Yep.
You got the Ghost Touch backup weapon. And eventually, as your night winds down,
While they do that, can I just write into my book a spell? I want my dream.
absolutely yes.
Okay, Dream Council. Scroll.
Dream
And then
Council
whatever
of the
for
dream.
money, I'm just gonna steal things. Because there's a lot of valuable objects here. And
You need the goods to do it, is the problem. It's not like you put gold into it. You need like magic vellum and
You
inks
throw
and
your valuables
things
to the
make
sky.
it work. It's not just about writing in a book. Give me a thievery check. If you succeed, I'll say throughout everyone here is so distracted, you can pilfer enough to write Dream Council into your knowledge.
Ooh, that's
Come
a
on,
19
dude.
plus 14 is.
He was saving up for the good stuff.
33.
I was
baby.
giving you a hard at level DC, but 33 will definitely need it. You could pilfer enough various reagents to be able to write Dream
Yeah,
Council.
finally get
into
into
your
that
personal
coat
book.
closet.
There you go.
It's crazy that he's the
Well-
one stealing and I'm still the rogue. I still have pickpocket.
It says rogue on your character.
I have pickpocket, sir.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, not a
Now that that's done and he's already rolled for it, that's in his dream book.
dream.
Dream book.
It is in your dream.
Wait, but
book.
my spell book's different. In
Eventually, each of you would attempt
Oh,
to wait.
no.
Before I woke up, I was gonna go to the. I was just gonna find one of the servants
love
and
lost.
get another blood cocktail for the road.
Delicious, refined blood cocktail for the road. There are other things here you would see throughout the hours you were here. There are many more traditional, regular beverages. There was just an incredible variety of what is provided. And that happens to be the first thing that went past. Several of them are beyond this world, esoteric, like the blood cocktail. Many are much more normal. Many not even alcoholic. But you get a roadie. Enjoy it, savor it. And even though there were hours and hours between Cammy leaving and the rest of you, you would all awake at about the same time.
That's
back
the
on
fun of a
boat
dream.
The following morning. Just as your previous forays into the dream, you would find that nothing really persists with you. You're no longer injured. You're no longer sticky. You no longer have your belt or your magic sword or your ghost touch runes. You do not have Dream Council written into your book as you did that within the dream.
no.
Real
But it'll
life
be there when
council.
you go back, probably. Maybe.
I'm still gonna run up to the deck to throw up, just
You
after the experience.
That's,
Your skin's no longer
I posit for one of the worst feelings in the entire world. Being woken up by nausea, by the overwhelming need to
Yes.
go run and
Yes.
throw up.
Yes.
One of the worst feelings in the human condition. That's Cammy right now.
Now I'm hurling.
waking up with
I'm
wet socks.
more than should be able to be contained within my small mass is good.
So like a couple ounces.
Yeah.
As you run over and purge out whatever remnants of the previous evening's real-world dinner you had had on board the ship, Reese kind of starts. What bloody hell was that?
She has a short-lived reign of queendom, and it made her sick to her stomach.
You just hear from down below, up at the top of the deck, it's like,
You know how sometimes in a dream you'll live what feels like years?
I'm familiar. Although
Well, it was
admittedly-
nothing like that.
You want to?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, at least you all seem to be in good spirits,
I'm gonna
regardless
start,
of whatever's happened to.
It went much better
Cammy.
this time around.
pull out another piece of paper and start drawing what we saw that night.
That's good. Did you make progress? Did you find the was it signet ring you were looking for?
We believe so. No way to verify it.
Well, and that's two.
Yeah. We got it
You
from a Viscount.
This
so-
might just work after all. One of the most insane plots I ever heard hatched anywhere in the inner seas, and you might just do it.
Well, there might only be 4 of us tomorrow night.
Camera.
You might kill him.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to you about something.
What happened?
Nothing really. So
Deception.
Terrible
She
way to
just-
start.
Confused and suspicious.
He got macked on by a
I
vampire.
kind of yeah. I don't. Is it still here? No, I think it's gone. I know we had to let them down easy.
Remember, this was the boss fight, dude. Okay,
Okay,
that's what you're ticking off.
We had to let them down easy because the count had too many dates to the dance. So I had to be one of the dates for this vampire, and then we kind of flirted for a bit, but it was for the job. And then
For the job.
and the thing is, I keep thinking that like it's a dream and it doesn't matter, but I think these are real people who exist and can maybe come into our world at some point, or I don't know if how time works, but sorry. I don't know. It didn't mean anything. I don't.
He's making it sound worse than it is because he's nervous. Basically, he had to give her a dance, and
I
then
think
she
I
took his
understand the
blood.
concept at least as well as I can.
Yeah.
Which
I was just making him
admittedly
scared.
is a little odd, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you know sometimes when you like, your partner has a dream that something happened and then they're mad at them in real life when you did it in a dream. But this is actually different because it's not like a regular dream; it's like a dream travel.
Mark,
But-
easy.
Yeah. So it's fine.
What, do you think I'd be jealous?
I think you could take her though. I told her. She asked me like.
In a
She
fight,
asked me to be
right?
her thrall, but I was like, I'm already someone else's thrall.
Oh, well, but that sounded better in your head.
But yeah.
Could take her in a fight, right?
You could.
In a
I
fight,
could.
right? Easy.
Reese.
It's. I don't even know where to start with this, honestly. It's, well, on the one hand, my first inclination is it's a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Although this isn't exactly a normal dream, but it's. The Dreamlands are a place. It's a place that you can really go to when you sleep. It's a thing that happens. We're doing a ritual to get somewhere specific and to stay lucid while you're in it, but it's a dream as much as any other, isn't it? Do I misunderstand what it is we're doing? The group of you are well asleep when that ritual's complete, and you wake up in the morning like any other. No worse for whatever insane story you've got to tell, but nothing to show for it. All I can do is believe what's been happening.
To the best of our knowledge, it is just a dream. To an extent. We are not actually there, but we're influencing
I
it.
understand the concept, I suppose, as much as I can, which eventually isn't as much as I'd like. But it's regardless.
It's semi-real.
It's kind of like how Lorelei was, and she's just projecting herself into our reality.
We never really had the most closed relationship anyway. Easy.
True, but like even in an you have to like just say stuff and be honest about what I'm just being honest. I'm just letting you know.
Well, if you want to invite her, introduce me first, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe we can see something. I don't know. She's kind
But
of.
if you ever hear the name Splinterbone,
Splinterbone. What was she, an orc? No offense, but didn't seem your type. Well, maybe it does the more I think about it.
She was. How tall was she?
Very tall.
Yeah.
That does sound like something he'd be into.
He likes any type of woman that can dominate him. So,
Your words, not mine. His though too.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can come with us one time into the dream. I don't know. It would be fun. Sometimes it's like I feel like you would be very useful.
I don't.
it's harmless.
I might be, possibly. I'm.
Isn't
From what it sounds like you're doing, you're getting into some kind of mess every night that you go through this ritual. You ended up in a fight with something.
yeah.
Yes, probably. Could I help you swing on a sword? But I'm lying if I say you even understand exactly what it is we're doing. Even with me helping out with this ritual, I don't know. I don't want you to think that I have a better idea of what we're doing than I really do.
Isn't this Carcosa though? Isn't Carcosa like?
I hope. But that's the whole reason we want to get your memories back. So that you'll know. Because I sure don't. That's what I needed medicine for.
I used to know things.
You and you, as she
I
gestures at
slam the door back open. Oh gosh, it tastes so bad.
Your crown fell off.
You were the two behind everything as much as she was. You're the ones who put everything together. You're the ones who knew what we were doing. You down there led the thing. I don't know how to do any of this.
You have something
Look,
on your mouth.
I don't want there to be any misconception here. Easy. You 5 are my only hope of still finding Carcosa. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Like, I care about you as much as I ever have. I don't want to leave you behind. I'd like to say that I'd still make the choice to join you even if that weren't the case, but truth is I don't know I could confidently say that. This is a mission, Easy. There's no problem with having some fun with it along the way, but I gave up my life for this. To follow Melicent, to join all of you. And if you're how I can find the road to Carcosa, then that's what it is. So if you need to bang some vampire wench in a dream to get that done, by all means, be my guest. Might be a little jealous, maybe, but you do what you have to do, right?
Oh, so
2 out of 7.
what?
Why does like items? We're on
2 out of 7. 5 to go. Well, you're all still alive and sane as you ever were, I suppose, so.
yeah. I think we added some.
We haven't figured out any more of those links, have we?
Oh.
Well, then we need to get working. What one's next?
The ghoul skull.
Yeah, I believe it's so.
All right, we're making progress on that. Well, you were. I'm not going to pretend that I'm really helping much other than fetching pages. Let me find the books. And Reese turns and starts rooting through things, trying to put together the stuff for the ghoul skull investigation.
Now we've got 2 of them, and with Reese and Easy, we're looking for a third.
So you saw it going?
No, much better than.
You begin your morning. You're getting some food, washing up as you can, whatever it is you do to get your day going before you start digging once more into the books. You still have a lot more research to do, and there's still 5 more things to find. Not long after your morning preparations, as you're just starting to organize the tomes and treatises, you hear Skywin swearing from above deck. That's not out of the ordinary. That's fairly normal. But it seems a little more pointed than it
Swearing
usually
or
is.
halfling swearing? Because that's like some Irish person going on.
Halfling ex-pirate swearing
Okay.
is
that's-
like...
Oh no.
Wait.
Fulling.
Important. That's important.
She's returning to the shackles a little bit. And even Reese kind of pokes her head up. I think something's wrong.
I think we need to go check that out.
Razmiran!
Hope not. Not from the things I've heard.
Sneak up to the top deck. Started like just peeking at, like, just looking out to try and see what the fuss is about.
And as you come up to look, you can see that throughout the past day or two, you've come into an area that has a little bit more sea traffic. You're getting close to the mouth of the Selwyn River now. It's not uncommon for you to pass a ship or 2 during the day, and this morning is no exception. You can see 2 of them, actually. One, a fair distance behind you, receding, going the opposite direction. One, a much larger ship with big masts and sails of black and gold, bearing the emblem of Razmir on that mask, and a massive facade looming over the waters ahead of you. That's set on a path to obviously just pass by you plainly enough with a fairly wide berth. You aren't on an impact trajectory or anything. But you hear Skywin repeatedly, just over and over again. Bilgewater, 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 Bilgewater. Don't you do it. Don't. And you see the heading of another ship start to adjust toward you. Dumb! What better way to start? Dumb! And she turns as she's just swearing, literally let go of the wheel, like stamping in a circle, mad, and turns to the group of you. What?
Do I have to kill someone again?
No, sure, it'll be fine. I'll talk to him. We already paid our tithes for the Razmir waters. Ah! Why a tribute barge? And she turns back around as this massive ship looms towards you. That's going to be it for today's episode of Strange Aeons. Razmir.
Good morning, Razmir.
Good morning, Razmir! It's time to collect the tithes, everybody!
I love a good tithing.
I love a good tithing. He loves a good blood tithing. Apparently, he cannot stop losing all of the blood in his body every 4
He's
sessions.
not that attached to it.
While we're going back to our shackles roots, anybody we capture is getting a good keel hauling.
Just send a message to make sure no one else messes with you. This tribute barge we will deal with when we return next week. So that's going to be it for us today, everybody. We'll be back next Saturday.
We can just
3
keep playing.
p.m. Eastern. We could just sit here for 15 hours. We could do the rest of this chapter. We can
I'm
Well,
down.
we can do the rest of this act.
I got nothing
I don't
to
have
do
the rest of the
tonight.
chapter all set up, but we could do the other 5 Dream Quests I've got all set up. I don't know if we have sound sets for them all yet, but we have maps, so we can wing it. We'll
Okay,
figure it out.
Does anybody
Figure it
have
out.
plans tomorrow? Let's play through the night. Let's
Work.
go. Work's not necessary.
Before we leave, a quick shout out again to our sponsors, Arc and Forge for our fine map software, Eldritch Foundry, our wonderful minis, and Norse Foundry for our spectacular dice. Check any of them out. Use code UGTShow for some discounts. Get yourself some good deals and help support the show a little bit. And again, this is going to happen several times throughout this book, so I'm just going to get a habit of saying it. I've pilfered quite a few of their little maps, actually, from Seafoot Games. That one with the ballroom is the first, but not the last we'll be seeing. I took 3 or 4 of them. They got a bunch of really, really good maps, actually. I really like them. Now, Strange Aeons is not the only show we have on the UGT Show Network. We don't have a ton going right now. We're kind of in between of a couple of breaks on some of our other shows, but we have a very new, very different one.
Our number of shows has not decreased.
That's true. It's still
That's true.
technically 2 at the moment. Well, it's bi-weekly, but it's this week, right? You would
Yes.
be doing this coming, it'll become this coming Friday. Thursday. This coming Thursday.
Every other Thursday.
We
Thursday,
made
Thursday,
perhaps
Thursday.
a terrible decision and perhaps a hilarious decision, and that is to cave in to Corey's demands for a Magic the Gathering show. This
You got any
Thursday
nines?
evening,
Go fish.
you can watch these 3 idiots.
Not me.
Yeah, no, you're on this.
I'm
you're
on
not
the
this one?
30th.
Oh, you're doing the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
These two
These
idiots.
2 idiots.
I knew you're on one of them.
Yes.
These 2 idiots.
Hi.
Playing some Commander, doing some clownery. We're branching out a little bit. The Undeniably Good Time doesn't have to just be tabletop RPGs. There's a wide variety of games that we could play in here now that we got a studio that are very entertaining to watch. And the first one, the pilot, we had a week and a third ago at this point, was an absolute meme.
Yeah.
So, come check that out if you want to see some of your favorite people doing something a little bit different. And of course, we'll be back here Saturday. We'll see you then. Stay safe. Stay sane, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to fight.
Oh,
What if-
also
what
pertaining to
talk
the
to
rooms,
spiders?
What if
there's
we
no
RP'd
rush
today?
to leave any of the dreams either.
Oh, true.
Especially this one. Like,
We could just hang out at the ball because he'll probably like us afterwards.
yeah, you can just like hang out and do rooms
Oh, we
or
could
whatever after a
chill.
mission.
Yeah, I could be his little jester and just play music.
Some of them you want to wake up. You're like, I don't want to be here anymore. But a lot of them you can just hang out. Like, there's no pressure.
If all the other
Can we
caps are dead, we can just
dance?
hang out.
What if we just
Yeah.
decide we want to stay here and marry a vampire? Never wake up again.
Oh, please marry her so she doesn't bother me.
Surrounded by royalty, gaudy clothing, and nonsense far away from home. What are we even doing here? Aside from killing some caps in a minute.
You had arrived at the Viscount's Noble Gala in the Dreamlands city of Celify, a massive and opulent ballroom stretching before you in all directions.
My pants have some of that too.
You could fit a quarter of Thrushmoor in this single building, easily. But hanging above you, uncomfortably low, ominously obscuring the ceiling of this once grand venue, is a mat of spiderweb. Feet thick. The two